Hello, how are you? How's everybody doing tonight? I hope you are well. Y'all, I'm very sorry about the screw up on the time. Um, totally my fault, and it happens every single time. Um, Myself and Heels were on two different time zones, and the default for me pardon my dog. You probably won't hear from him again. I have family over, and they're coming in the door with dinner. So the dog is, I had two Pop-Tarts, so don't worry, I'm not going to be mukbanging live for your enjoyment. No. So at any rate, Heels and myself, we're on two different time zones, and my default on StreamYard is automatically Eastern Standard. So, and this happens every time. I need to write myself like post-it notes everywhere. I was going to say I could just go ahead and change it in StreamYard, but then that would have me all screwed up. So thank God she remembers, but usually neither one of us remember until it's, a few hours ahead of time. Well, at least I gave you that much notice, and it wasn't like 2 hours before. Oh, by the way, sorry, you got to wait another hour. So how's everybody's Saturday been? Oh, Amy M. God almighty, I wish I did, girl. No, no, not at this point in my life. I shouldn't even admit this because it's terrible, but no, I pretty much exist on caffeine and Fruity Pebbles or Fruit Loops. I like to change it up every now and again. But today, it was easiest just to throw a couple Pop-Tarts in the toaster. Yes, my husband was kind enough when he went to Sam's a couple days ago to for some reason he keeps disregarding my plea to please stop bringing all that crap in the house. If it's not here, I won't eat it. So, but he knows what happens. If he follows the directive and he doesn't bring it in the house, then I'm either asking him to go up to the store for me because, there's nothing for dinner, nothing for me. Or I go up to the store and I pay for one box of cereal. Holy crap, you guys. I like, it blows me away what everything costs at the grocery store. $7 for a box of cereal. And it's Frankenfood. It's not even real. What I'm eating is, it's not like I'm paying that for grape nuts. No, something tells me the grape nuts are probably like $3.99. So yeah, my husband, because he's the very fiscally responsible one. So he's like, look, honey, hey, Heels, I'll just buy it at Sam's because I can get a giant box for what one small box costs at the grocery store. But really, if it's not in the house, I won't eat it. But yes, I need to work on eating better. Oh, everybody, I think we should do this. As soon as I cleanse the air in my office, then I'm going to say hello, and then Heels is going to jump up here, and we're going to get this party started. Okay? But first, oh, I think one more for good measure. Namaste, everyone. Namaste. Okay, now let's get this shit show started, shall we? Tuesday child, how are you? 1, 2, 3, Rebecca's. Oh yes, I do eat like a teenager. Yes. And it's not like I'm trying to relive my teenage years because my mom wouldn't let us have junk food. No, my mom let us eat anything we wanted. Hi, Midnight Rain. How are you? J Dub, how you doing? Clancy, how are you? Oh my God, are you a Fruity Pebbles guy? Oh, I love me some Fruity Pebbles. Ooh, Evil Queen Yaya. Love that name. Woo, something went down the wrong pipe. Hey, Fairy Dust, how are you? You eat like a bird. I do. I tell you all the time. Shut up.
No problem. I won't.
Girl, you know your ass is never around when I need you. And now when I don't want you, oh, here you are, Johnny on the spot. Go away. Can Siri that dumb bitch. TT Texas Tiffany, how are you? Oh, caffeine and nicotine for 1, 2, 3, Rebecca. Well, I'm there on the caffeine. I'm not even going to tell you how many cups of coffee I drink because it'll make me look really bad. Emmy Headstone, how are you? Hey, Grandma Sherry, how you doing? Okay, y'all, Batch of Tragedy Pips, how are you? Thank you so much for joining us, everybody. Oh, Cool Gamer, that's a new one I haven't seen. Nenny, Tia, how are you? Margot, first in the door. Okay, guys, I want to do this real quick. And then Heels, do you have the link still? If not, I'll put it in the chat again. But I thought I heard this morning. And before I forget, I want to play this. I'm not going to play. This is going to come from a news station. So, oh, and it just happens to be a news station that I do believe is suing a YouTuber. So we are definitely not going to. I'm not going to be showing it, and I'm not even going to play it all. I'm going to play what is probably 30 seconds, just audio. I've got it queued up on my phone, and you'll know why. This is going to be the sheriff of Pasco County, Chris Naco. He is going to be talking about an absolutely horrific case that happened, I believe it's in Holiday, Florida, which falls in Pasco County. Some of you may remember that this sheriff and this county is the county where Bullscorn Betty and company went when Kathleen Moore was missing. And while, she breaks her arm patting herself on the back for finding Kathleen Moore, she also left a little bit of her DNA there at the scene. And the very handsome Chris Naco, well, he had to hit her up. No, not like that, because nobody has hit her up like that in, I don't know, how long has she been divorced? Yeah. So at any rate, I know this case has made national news, probably world news, because it is absolutely horrific. An Uber Eats driver was making a delivery to this home, and the evil, in Naco's words, demonic man that rented that house. He had a roommate, but the roommate was not home when this happened. He pulled this poor man into the house and dismembered him and put him in several trash bags. He is now in jail. Hopefully, I would, because I'm in Florida, I would gladly pull the switch on this piece of shit waste of skin. I think we use Old Sparky still. I'd push the syringe, insert manner of death, whatever it is. He's sure to get it, and he's got a long and violent history that's well documented. He has only been in the state of Florida, I believe, 5 short months from Indiana. But that's, when I was listening to the presser this morning, when I heard Naco say the very short portion I'm going to play it through my phone. I'm just going to hold it up to the mic. You will know exactly why I'm playing it, and if I do a live on Monday or whenever I next do one, I am absolutely going to play this again and again and again, and I will probably get the transcript and put it in a community post, and I'm going to say it again and again and again and again. And I urge everyone else to do as well. So let me make sure my volume's all the way up. Okay.
Back in January. Okay, so you'll hear his background is a very violent individual, but we were able to make
Hold on a minute.
charges immediately.
I don't know why that. Oh, there we go. Okay, sorry.
And so we knew at that point there was no public threat out there as to what happened. But for us, and this is what takes so long. And I wish we were like those TV shows where we can solve everything in an hour. We can't. Our job at that point, we first and foremost is to make sure that there's no more public threat. We took care of that. Our second issue at that point was we had to identify the victim. And so the following day we were able to do that. But the other part too is we have to build a case. Because I know for many people, everybody wants things done immediately. I just want a solution. I want this done absolutely like within seconds because we're used to that with Google. But the problem is it doesn't work that way in the real world with cases. And if we as a sheriff's office don't do everything we can from a forensic standpoint, from an investigative standpoint, hand it off to the state attorney's office, and they're not able to bring justice to the family, then we fail through the pipeline. So we can't fail. We have to do everything. And if it may be slow, it's slow, but it's going to be done right. And so that's the one thing we just want to make sure everybody understands out there is that we couldn't give those updates because we did not want to hinder the investigation. After we have
There you go. So listen, you dumbass fool, bull scorn, bitch hole Betty. Straight out of the mouth of the sheriff, in whose jurisdiction you left a little bit of your DNA behind while you were playing investigator, cop, blah, blah, blah. I hope y'all were able to hear that, okay? I'll put a link in the description. And it came from WFLA. The reason I didn't play it through here, it's on a different account, but WFLA, most of you are familiar with that outlet from the Brian Laundrie case. That's Hey JB. If you just put in the YouTube search bar WFLA Uber Eats, and you can find it. It's the whole presser is about 20 minutes. So there you have it. So listen up, you tragedy pimp, dirtbag, assholes. There you go. That's from the real law enforcement professionals. And gee, I wonder why. Because this is close to me, this market. Okay. So I can tell you that I'm sure that there was something that prompted that. So there you have it. Oh, Tuesday, I promise you, hello, that Chris Naco, the sheriff, oh, he's very familiar with Bullhorn Betty and JLR. So, hi, how are you?
Hey,
How you doing?
I want to know how loud I am.
You're fine.
You sure?
Yep.
Okay. I don't want to
am.
hear myself loud.
Is it okay
that
with
thing
you
on
guys?
let me see what they say.
Thumbs up.
Okay. That thing on Kathleen Moore, you saw where she said they found the murder weapon?
You know what? I saw it when it happened, but I don't remember. I try not to listen to that stupid bitch, so I don't remember what she.
Yeah, they said they found the hatchet by the house. And she holds it up and JLR takes a picture. Then they both say they may have found the murder weapon. Later on, they said they did find the murder weapon. And then maybe a month later, I was looking through the court records and found where she had been shot. So I did a video, and Betty comes back on her video and says, I don't know. I never saw those court records, so I can't say if that's true or not.
Well, since
Yeah,
you
okay.
are probably the dumbest YouTuber and Krama, you're the dumbest of the tragedy pimps. Well, I don't find that hard to. Betty, just take Heel's word for it
Oh,
as
yeah.
someone
Well, I'm
who
sure
really
she's,
does research.
yeah.
My God, it is just and
Yeah.
and clearly she thought she had it. So
Oh, no, she left it there. And then later
we hold
on,
it up for a photo op first, right?
yeah, and then dropped it back in the grass and left and went to a Moab, I think. I don't,
Oh,
where
to
did they go?
solve that case too. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, they pointed right where she was. They didn't bother to go over there and, do
Now
selfies
wait a
with her,
minute.
but
I thought she said if I. Why did I think I heard her say she actually found Kathleen Moore?
well, because they said they knew where she was.
Okay.
She was buried like in a kind of a house down from his house, the boyfriend's house. And she said they pointed to the area. Well, it was behind his house. I mean, you could point there, then I'm sure you pointed over here, and then you pointed, down the street. It's the numbers game.
I could close my eyes, spin in a circle, and point anywhere and probably be more accurate than her. So,
Yeah,
wow.
yeah, she has a perfect track record, she says.
But I've seen him do many pressers, and this
I like him.
is one of the first that I can ever remember where he has actually gotten out in front of that. And do you think it could be because a bunch of idiots who aren't even proficient in speaking and or writing the King's English claim to be members of the media were possibly, I don't know, calling and saying, it's been 20 minutes. We need an update.
Yeah. Why isn't this solved?
Can you imagine? I mean, look how pissed off they make us and how much we just despise what they do. Can you imagine law enforcement having to deal with those ass clowns?
Someone telling you how to do your job all the time.
Oh, God.
But they're catching on. I mean, I've seen more articles lately than I ever had about
Thank
the
God.
internet. Yeah. TikTok is getting the brunt of it, though.
Really? See, I don't go on TikTok. I don't do TikTok. I don't need another thing to take.
Well, I get lost on
time.
TikTok.
Huh?
I get lost on TikTok. I wouldn't do videos there, but oh my God.
That's why I
There's a lot
don't
of
go
cute
there
videos.
because I've heard that it's very addicting.
Mm.
I mean, I lost countless hours to Instagram. So,
see, and I don't go on Instagram. I really don't like it.
Running Bear, I digress. Yeah, she's always digressing. Of course, if you ask her to define that word, she would say she would behoove it. It would. She would say, I behoove you to digress.
Yeah. Yeah. Digress. She doesn't quite.
What did I hear? She
No.
used something else hilarious, so wrong. And it was today.
I think I figured out. She made a lot of sense yesterday morning talking about one of the cases. I
What?
don't remember which one.
Our Betty?
Oh, yes. So I sat here and I was thinking, that's weird because, like, I mean, she was making a lot of sense. Then I remembered about there was another trial I was watching, and I was watching Emily Baker. Then I switched over later to clip Betty, and Betty was saying the same thing Emily Baker had said. So what she's doing is in between breaks, she's watching someone.
Exactly what she's doing. You know how I knew that? And how I know she listens to all of us, because do you know how many times I heard her when speaking about Leilani and the double probation? And, she's screaming about, bring her in.
Right.
And she was railing in the car on her way back from Georgia. And she said repeatedly, and it's not the first time I've heard it, she couldn't pass a piss test.
Right.
Well, and then I know I drug her for filth over it. And then all of a sudden, she started saying she couldn't pass her urinalysis. And I had also heard the Emily D. Baker. Where did I hear that? I don't remember, but Lady Justice, real Lady Justice, popped in the other day, and when I had said that I thought Betty was that's exact. Oh, I know what it was. She parroted something about the Idaho 4, which I don't follow. I mean, I know the basics, but I'm not following that like everybody else is. She said that, and she was very specific the way she said it. Well, from people who know kind of what's going on out there, the grand jury may very likely be meeting in May. And something just like caught my interest, because it just was too specific for her. So of course I Googled it and found out that they can call a grand jury at any time. Some jurisdictions only, the grand jury only meets at specified times. They're not one of them. So I had already heard that she more than likely was watching The Real Lawyers, and then just, like she does, just rips off other people's intellectual property. Well, we know her long storied relationship with copywriting.
Right. And suddenly she knows what it means when she's using other people's stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah, that whole grand jury, before they arrested him, she was standing around saying, well, they can't indict him until a grand jury convenes. And that's not true there. The state prosecutor can either choose a grand jury, or the state prosecutor can issue the warrant, or, he can press charges. And she kept saying that, and I don't know if it was, I did a video or whatever, and I said that, just look it up.
Oh,
because Betty says things she thinks. Yeah, she thinks it. That's why I know when she was making, and she was using big words yesterday. Like, I think she has a teleprompter because she's reading, like she's staring at it while she's talking. I don't know. I just don't look at her. I thought.
That's her Klieg light.
Oh, okay. Yeah. When she starts making sense, then.
And it was funny because the real Lady Justice said, oh yeah, she's definitely, she's just parroting. She's just regurgitating what she's heard
Yeah.
from real lawyers and
Yeah.
real smart people, as opposed to, where she usually gets all her news from Wikipedia
JLR.
and Reddit. Oh, and the London Mirror.
I know. She was so happy she had something that had such blatant misinformation on it, and it was the Mirror. What did you
Oh,
expect?
freaking Mirror. I mean, the Mirror is only slightly, maybe more
They have a lot of.
non-celebrity based
Oh
than
no.
the Sun.
Yeah, when she showed it was the Mirror, because I just got like right in the middle of it. She saw a naked man leaving the house. Oh my God, Betty was so happy.
Yeah, she hasn't seen one of those in a long time.
Well, that too.
Yeah, that was, I happened to catch that, and it was either, I think it was yesterday, Headstones and Headlines.
Oh,
She clipped Betty saying, or was going over one of Betty's streams where she just very bluntly told the audience that, the money she grifted for whatever she told them it was for, that money's been spent elsewhere.
oh, for a laptop, I think.
How many fucking laptops does she? It's like,
Since she landed on this platform, she's needed phones and laptops and computers and
yeah,
all the time.
maybe one of these kids that she finds. Well, everybody says if you have tech problems, ask a 12 or a 13-year-old. They can
Right.
tell you everything you need to know.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, of all of them, I really think that she pisses me off the most.
Well, she's so insulting to your intelligence. I mean, it's like, who do you think is
I
believing
know.
this?
I've never met anybody that dumb and unattractive that is as indignant as she is.
Right.
And,
Arrogant.
and I just like, it makes me fear for the future of the world.
Oh, she's not indicative, though.
No, not her, but all those morons that
Yeah.
give her money.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, they have their own reasons. I mean, I think the ones that are left, they're doing it for attention. They just want her attention.
why?
And
Why?
because nobody else gives them attention. I see a lot of subs that are that way. And if that makes them happy and they have the money, then absolutely do it. But the people that like give for trips and like she needs $1,400, I think, to go to Idaho in May, I
She
think.
doesn't want to go by herself.
Well, make money. I mean, you have a business. You're supposed to make money to build your business.
What is her business?
She's world famous. What is it? For being Bullhorn Betty. I think that's it.
Yeah.
Well, and her track record is perfect. Don't forget. 100. Yeah.
Yeah. I just know I've been in the same state as her longer than she has been. Because
How long has she been? I don't know how long she's been there. Because they live somewhere else. I think
here?
Indiana. No, she was born, I think Indiana, maybe.
Oh,
Ohio.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, even if she had been born here, I'm 10 years older than her. So
Okay.
nobody I know has ever, nobody knows who the fuck she is. Because people I know, like, they cross the street to get away from her.
Yeah, somebody said they ran, I think it was a troll, said they went to the mall and only 2 people knew who she was. I guarantee you.
That's too many.
I don't even believe it. I mean, that's like, okay, maybe she is, no.
Let me tell you, the mall that is near where she lives, there is exactly nobody rolling around that mall. Well, not the part of the mall I'm thinking of.
I want to ask you this. She was saying that she helped her friend, I forget his name. He's always with her at the meetings. She helped him establish I think he might have had it already established, that they're going to build veteran shelters for Did you hear that? The disabled veterans.
I
And
heard her
this is the
talking
part,
about it.
he's going to use containers, like the shipping
Shipping
containers.
containers.
Here's the part that
Wow.
got me. All that I believe. What got me was, and she gets this big smile, and the rents will be frozen for 50 years. That part I don't think is true. See that look on your face right there? That was mine. My mouth was whiter.
And come on, let's face it.
Does that even sound remote?
Just because she terrorizes the BOCC meetings, that does not mean that that dumb bitch has any
Oh no, she didn't. Yeah, okay, that part's a
idea.
given. Right, that part's a given.
I don't believe for 1 second that she knows anything about what you just said to me. That is so far out of her depth. So
Yeah, so the 50-year rent freeze, I thought they even outlawed that in New York. And I forget what they call it there.
I've never even heard of such a thing. So
Well, yeah, they used to have them, like some places would have them on apartment buildings, and they'd have the same rent for like ever.
Oh, like
Never
rent
in-
controlled in big cities.
Yes, rent controlled. Thank
We
you.
We don't have that here.
Right.
I have never. Well, I shouldn't.
You couldn't possibly, unless the government's going to make up
So
the
now
market rate.
subsidized, possibly, but I
Right.
can tell you, I have never ever heard of rent controlled
No.
anything anywhere in Florida.
Yeah, or in Texas. Can you hear my ice cream man now?
Uh-uh.
Yeah, that's the part I thought. That's like, how did she? And the
I
big
jotted that
smile on her
down.
face, like it will always be the same. Unless the government's going to make up the market rent when it goes up, then maybe.
And here's the other thing. I mean, I don't know jack squat about building codes or government, because I got a life. The only way I would attend a BOCC meeting is if I got a letter from the government telling me that eminent domain was allowing them to seize my house and property to put an interstate in. Then I would go to the BOCC meeting. Short of that, no, because normal people who, there's a difference between being involved in your government and being what she is.
Yeah.
She's a tyrant who knows that they have to give her 3 minutes of fame.
That's right.
Once a month, whatever it is.
And she has a spiral for all the budget.
I bet she does.
She red pencils them, and in 3 minutes spits in all her, opinions, what she thinks.
All that being said, that I don't know anything about building codes. I don't know anything about local government like that. But I find it very hard to believe that a shipping container, which is a non-traditional living space,
right?
You mean to tell me that? Are they going to give my neighbor's treehouse? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, or mother-in-law rights.
Yeah, because how do they meet all the codes that are existing now?
They're calling them accessory homes, which I thought meant you have a home and then you build a home, like a mother-in-law's house behind it. That's
None of this sounds even remotely
true.
I'll tell you what, I have a friend who's a town manager, and I could not in that area, but it's within several counties. I could certainly.
I'll send you the guy's name that she's talking about that did it.
Yeah, I would love to. I'd like to look into it because it doesn't.
Well, like somebody said in chat, they won't last 50 years.
Hold on 1 second, Mike. I thought I'm telling you right now, Mike. I'm going to give you. We'll wash clean yesterday when I banned you or whenever it was, but Mike. I'm telling you now.
Oh God.
We're not going to take over this chat. One mention of Betty and you're bouncing and you're not coming back. I don't know how you're back now. Apparently the mods didn't get to it, but there's a few in here now. So if you can behave and not one word of Betty, okay? You have taken over multiple lives. You've been a great cheerleader for her. I've put up with it for months. We're done. So, Prissy, I know you're here. Headstones and headlines. Whoever's got a wrench, do what you got to do. Mike, the first time Mike mentions Betty, bounce him. Sorry about that. Okay, so enough of that dumb bitch. This wasn't even supposed to be about her.
Right.
But when I heard that Naco soundbite, I thought, well, my God, if that, like, it was that important. I actually wrote it. Is this the one? Yeah. I wrote myself a little note so I wouldn't forget. Okay. Now on to our main feature. But
Okay, let me run and get that link real quick. I'll be right back.
Oh, okay.
Well, if I were smarter.
And before we do that, I'm gonna try and okay, there we go. Pardon me. Pardon me while I pour a seltzer. Before we play the video, which is going to be Heels video from, did you put it out this morning?
This morning.
Yes. Okay. So that's what we're going to go over. First, I just want to say that I do not know Laura like a lot of you do. I had never spoken on her at anything more than, I think maybe 2 times in the past, I made a passing smart-ass remark about, I think I probably have said she's never met a hard continent, much like her friend Molly. But I never spoke on her. And in large part because I really never had any reason to. And I didn't know a whole lot about her. She's just never anybody that I don't care for the sound of her voice. And that's not a dig. And I would never use that alone to not give somebody a chance. I don't have any personal vendetta with the woman, not at all. I did speak on her the other day because of the remarks that she made about Joneson. I also do not know Joneson. I say hello to her in Queen Bees. I have gone to her chat a handful of times, but that's it, nothing more. I did listen to Deets on the Street, her entire live. I finished it this morning, where I heard everything that Laura said on Tiffany Marie's panel. I spoke on Laura briefly. What's today, Saturday? Was it I think it was Thursday. Yeah, because I didn't go live yesterday. Thursday. And I just said, oh, wait, I take that back. I did speak on her just even more briefly. The only other thing I said prior to Thursday was when Joneson did put that video out. And I heard with my own ears what she had to say about the remark about her daughter. That was all I knew. So I
don't know her that well either. I've only done like maybe 2 or 3 videos on her until, I know a lot about her. I've just never really interacted with her that much.
But you've been around,
yeah.
much longer than I have. So I did listen to Deet's entire live. And I'm glad I did, because I got Laura's entire explanation about those remarks that Joneson clipped in her video. And here's what I'm going to say about it before we get into your video. I'm glad I listened to it because I have a little bit more. I definitely have more of an understanding on what her thought process was behind it, behind what she said. I very much feel like Deeds. I truly don't really question the explanation that she gave to Tiffany Marie, or that she made. I don't think she wasn't giving it to Tiffany Marie. She was telling that was just where she made her remarks.
Statement. Right.
I also, it wouldn't have been the way I would have handled it. But all that being said, I completely understand that it made her feel some type of way. I wouldn't have liked it either, but they were her words.
Right.
And even after hearing everything she had to say, and I take her at her word. I will absolutely take her at her word, her entire explanation, because it's no skin off my ass. And I'm stating right here and right now, I don't want anybody in this chat to say one word about her children. Joneson didn't say anything about her children.
No.
Nobody was coming after her children.
Uh-uh.
We are not going to speak on her children. I think that my thing with her is I thought it was, man, I believe her when she says she will go lower. I mean, I hope that was just emotion speaking, and that she really is not diabolical.
She is.
But I think that she's, I don't need to ever cross paths with her. I don't care what she does. I take her at her full word about her thoughts behind what she said. I wouldn't have done it that way, but who cares?
Well, she truly believes it was the right thing to do. So that's why, I mean, she stands behind it. So.
And that's fine. But the thing is, they were her words. I know I personally would have never commented, not one word, if I had not heard those words come out of her mouth. And it doesn't matter how many years ago it was.
Right.
I've now heard it in the full context. I would have said the exact same thing I said before. And I just find her to be, I hope that underneath all of that foul, I mean, for me, she's just not my cup of tea, because she's one of these women that I go like this when I hear her speak. I mean, she is, and it's not just profanity. I mean, she's foul. I mean, she has got a foul, I think she just seems to be very hateful, very angry. And I just think it was terrible the way she came after Joneson. I totally understand her being embarrassed, pissed off, insert emotion. I get it all. But to be telling people, I mean, this seems to be a pattern with a lot of these people. It's like, listen, all of us who come on here and blah, 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 we are subject to the very same thing we're doing. But if you're some kind of nut job that wants to involve people's families, I mean, you got this, I'm not even going to summon that demon's name, not her. I'm sure y'all know the male creator that's, like, I won't even say the name because I'm not summoning that kind of bad juju. But it just seems like we just keep getting, I don't know. I feel like it should never be that any of us should be worried, especially from another woman, that I don't know why people have to go this I
Well,
don't know.
it's
I don't do
you
things
can go
against. I don't get
low.
it.
For her, going low is making up and saying the worst thing possible. To me, that's not going low. That's just being a liar with no conscience
Absolutely. If it's not true, my God,
at all. And
someday, and I don't.
if it were, how would she know? You know what I mean? Like the thing she said about Jones, and how would she know? So yeah, she's making it up.
I understand the. If she had said that in a more a more general kind of way, like, well, gee, usually when people say things like this, that usually makes me think maybe this happened. Something like that, I wouldn't say it, but that's a lot more palatable.
But
But
does she even realize how she's victim shaming when she does that? You know what I mean? It's like
I don't think so, and I don't think she
you're
probably
victim
is.
shaming. Oh yeah. Someone said she was let go from one of her jobs for not being empathetic. And I can see that. If you're in a personnel position, you'd have to be empathetic.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm not even gonna
Oh, I don't know
speculate
if that's
on
true.
what that.
Let me make clear that, but it's gone around forever. And when you watch her, you're thinking, yeah, she lacks empathy for sure. You know, when you
Oh,
hurt someone with your words and you don't care,
listen,
then
she strikes me as, if you're her neighbor and you get in some shit with her, like you have a back and forth about, you left your garbage can out and I
right.
backed into it with my car, something like that. Oh, I could picture her like, let's just put it this way. I wouldn't want to mix it up with her in person.
Yeah, your tires would be gone.
I just don't know why.
Someone said what?
And not necessarily, and what I'm about to say is not directed towards her specifically, but I mean, what are we all in, like a race to the bottom? Like whoever will do the most low,
Oh, it
dirty.
seems like it. But it also seems like YouTube is paying attention now.
They need to,
Yeah,
because
because Molly got by with it for a long time. And then a lot of people have
she
lost
was,
theirs.
oh my God. Oh God.
I think Laura's worse.
I
I
just
think
don't understand women who,
do that to other women.
I mean, I understand women getting catty. I understand women don't like each other. We can be petty. And me too. I mean, look, I said that I can't stand the sound of her voice. I mean, I didn't need to put that in there. I could have, but it's just the fact of it. But that doesn't mean I just don't like, somebody needs to explain to me where's the line? Like, okay, well, you can say that. It just seems like this community housing project community that it is.
Mm.
It just seems like it. It's just like Betty and JLR and all those dirt bags. They want to rule with intimidation, fear, and go in real life. And I'm sorry, there's a lot of mofos on here that ain't all together up here. And
Well, they're competing with each other. They're not trying to find missing children or
oh hell no. This
sleuth.
is a
They're
personality
competing.
contest, and it's a
Yeah.
grift
Yeah.
for a lot of people that, I mean, I don't know about Laura, I don't know a thing about her, but we
She
do
sells
know
candles.
that Betty and JLR, they are career criminals.
Yeah.
Where the hell are they going to get a real job? I mean, this is the best thing they've ever stumbled on. So,
Yep.
but it's when groups of many allow few to take over. I don't know. I don't have the answer for it. It's incredibly frustrating because
They've
it's
broken
one
up a
thing.
lot.
It's one thing to go mano a mano with somebody and take you know, take your licks, so to speak, for what you said. When
Or even, you punch back evenly. You know what I mean? You don't get slightly hurt and then go as low as you possibly can.
And I'm sorry, it freaks me out when I hear somebody say, I will go.
Yeah.
I mean, hopefully it's just
No, it's
bravado.
true. When I say I don't know a lot, I know a lot, but I don't know. When I say I don't know somebody, I don't know Laura. I don't know what Laura does when she turns off the computer. But Laura's history is long on YouTube, and she's been involved. I did another video maybe a week ago where there was a swatting incident. The swatting on Makeup Monster.
Yes, I watched that. Holy shit.
Yeah.
To think that any of us need to go down to our local sheriff or whoever your law enforcement local agency is, and to have to go in there and say, oh, hi, well, I just wanted to do a little preemptive strike here.
Right.
You know, I have a YouTube channel. And, you know, there's a bunch of nut jobs rolling around. This is what they do when you piss them off. I mean, that is insane. And I feel like
Monroe.
At some point, this is going to quite naturally come to a very bad conclusion for someone at some point. It's bound to happen because YouTube is doing nothing about it. It's just running rampant and unchecked. This is like, they don't enforce their own toss. I don't know why.
Well, she will yell that you're ruining her brand. You're ruining her candle business.
I don't even know her brand.
Oh, she's got a candle business. But the point is, she can say something about me and Jonesin,
right,
and think, oh, they don't have anything. It's not gonna. No, that's not not correct. I can still
Turnabout
see
is
her.
not fair play, it seems.
Yeah, well, she'll go low on people she thinks she's not ruining their business. They're just, people.
And you know what's interesting? I listened to Queen Bee today, and I listened all the way to the point where a few minutes after you got off the panel. And very interestingly, you and everybody else on that panel were absolutely staunchly defending her
exactly
against what Avery said, which, by the way, that I don't know Avery, but you know, she dropped some very serious accusations that I would have never said
and couldn't find proof.
It would have never come out of my mouth unless I had it in my hand.
Right.
So,
right.
But do you think that she would have defended any of you in the same manner?
No. But that's just me. No, but that is me.
That's integrity. That's what everybody. If you call yourself a grown-up and you want to be treated like that, that's what makes me crazy about these tragedy pimp assholes. Betty, the dumbass idiot. The only thing she knows about the law is fucking getting arrested. That's what she knows about the law. And it's that very principle right there. If you will not stand up for the worst among us, don't you dare open your mouth when it comes to you. Yeah. That's how I know they don't know jack shit about how this country's judicial system works. And they don't really know anything about being a grown-up, because what every one of you did on that panel today, I mean, there was not one person that was going to let her, was it?
Well, I think we all have seen enough of Laura online, again, have seen enough of her antics and the horrible things she says and all of that to know whether that's something that she would have said. You know what I mean? I mean, she'll go low and she'll, depends on what you think.
But she's not going to blow herself up.
That and Avery would have absolutely had proof. If I was fighting with you,
I agree,
and we were going at it and you sent me something like that, oh my God, I would screenshot it immediately, put it on my community page.
2 minutes later, it would have been posted.
Yeah.
And of course. Absolutely.
Yeah. So I
And
think
there
she
was,
just
how many
talked.
people were on that panel at that time? There was at
Probably
least
8.
6 other people.
Yeah, 6 to 8.
And not one person that was up there, including, and more vocal than probably anybody besides you, maybe. Well, no, everybody was equally vocal about,
Cappy
we
just
need
came out
to
and
see it. You
yeah,
cannot say things like that if you don't have the proof. And I just kept sitting there going, my God, this is so ironic, because every person up there doesn't get along with her, but
right,
yet they're going to absolutely demand proof before they're going to let anybody run with that.
right.
I mean, that is being an adult, and that is having integrity.
And that's how you keep it straight for everybody, not just Laura. You know,
Of
you
course.
demand that for everybody. Laura wouldn't do it. Hell no.
And I even put in that chat, I said, I would defend Betty, any of them. If that was being said,
Yep.
I would have done the same thing, even
Yeah.
though I cannot stand them. But I
But
mean,
that's
that
how
is
you keep
not,
it.
you can't operate like that. I guess maybe I'm too Pollyanna, and I want this space to operate like the real world does. And
Well, there are parts of it that do. We're like across the street from them. You know, and everybody gets pushed over here, but there's a place across the street that's good. You know, we're chasing and Gray and Duty Ron and actually we have Chris McDonough over here. He's in the big house, the nice one.
I was going to say, how come I don't ever see them at any of the progressive dinners we have?
Well,
Oh, maybe because they have dessert and
you know
I'm
he's
going,
trying. He
huh?
is trying to get Don and Candace to let the cold case work with them again.
I heard that.
Are
I
you kidding me?
really, do you know that I am actually thinking about, I don't know why it's a total waste of time and energy, but the past couple days I've been thinking, my God, I want to just make a video just talking to Don and Candace. Like, I just wish, I know that they are in communication with the good people on here that truly are not looking to exploit them, but
Yeah.
they don't have to do that here on YouTube. And they know that. I just so wish they would stop that
Well,
disgusting viper prayer garden of America. It makes me ill when I hear that bitch put that little girl's name in her mouth, and Don goes on her panel.
see,
Why?
that's why I'm just not dealing with it anymore. I mean, I heard that about Chris, but I can't even. When he did that, I can't. I just can't anymore because all the shit she said about him while he was in jail. All I, he's going to do what he wants to do. Candace is going to do what she wants. I
Yep.
guess they hired another private detective. I don't know who. Someone said it was Jim Terry, but then I heard that it wasn't.
You know what's funny? I have heard this. I keep hearing this name, Jimmy Con, and I'm like,
That's Jim. That's
who
Jim
the hell?
Terry.
Well, finally, I asked yesterday in the chat. I said, "Who?" I didn't say who. I said, "What's a Jimmy Con?" Yes, and then I was enlightened. I just wish that they would get off YouTube altogether. And I have never spoken to them in any way, shape, form, or fashion. I don't want them to come on my channel. None of that. This is not about that. I just wish there is nothing good that is going to come from them being on YouTube. There is not.
No,
There's
that's what
not.
I'm saying. I'm not even. I heard that about Jim Terry. I think Deets told me, and then I asked the person that was supposedly setting them up, and they said no, it didn't happen. But they left that impression, I guess, at some point. Anyway, I just don't even want to deal. It's
No,
why should I invest my energy?
no, you shouldn't.
You know,
Not
and
at
I
all.
did. So I just
We
once he
all
went
did.
on Prayer Garden, I just think there's no hope for logical thought. because he's been invited. Wesley has invited him, and she would do a great interview, but
Oh,
no.
I know that would be, and that I agree 1,000,000%. I know there would not be any effery going on.
No drama. She doesn't want
No,
drama,
no.
but
And
that's what they want, is they
yes, it
want
is.
drama.
I was just going to say that is exactly. I think for them, I think, especially Don, I think he knows this
Do
is
you?
no bueno. No, I think he does. But I think that feeling of, I mean, because think about it. Do you think they've ever felt important in their life? I don't believe they have.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
And
No,
they've got all these people who, oh, come on my channel. And yeah, of course they only want to use them and make money off of them. And
Yeah.
hopefully they throw them a little bit. But it's just when I haven't thought about or talked about that dumbass prayer garden in ages. But my
She's
God,
awful. Yeah.
when I heard that oh my God, she's disgusting. It
And
is
she said horrible things. She had Allie on there, and she had Allie's ex, whatever his name is,
horrible.
on there. And
Oh, that disgusting Andrew
Mhm.
Hiltz.
Andrew Hilt says his name.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, he is. I cannot with him. That
Yeah,
guy.
why go with those people? But in real
Well,
life,
Prayer
they were
Garden,
with her.
because she is Andrew Hiltz. Actually, Andrew Hiltz might have a little more class than Prayer Garden, if we're being perfectly honest, and that ain't saying much.
I mean, even with Don, I thought he'll never go back on there. There is no way he would go back on there. And somebody told me he was. I didn't listen to it.
I don't think
I
it's.
can't stand to hear it, because it just, where's Summer? I mean, who's helping there?
And when I hear them play, to me, it's playing, especially when you're going on Prayer Garden. I mean, I can't believe Candace doesn't just come unglued. I would.
Was she on, or was it just Don
You could hear Candace in the
in
background.
the background?
And to just, oh my God.
Maybe
To
he doesn't know
know,
what she said before while he was in jail.
I know that Candace has got Prayer Garden's number. That I know. But it's like to me, they're just playing. You're
Yeah.
playing on YouTube. Go out and look for your daughter. What?
Yeah.
Your daughter is not in Prayer Garden's chat.
Yeah, that's absolutely right.
It's the
And
same.
I think
same people.
they think this is true crime, though, like Prayer Garden and Josh and Interview Room and Doug No Thanks, who's just been going on for days and days and days with the old crap. And Ziggy seems to have disappeared. I don't know what happened to her. And
He
she
is
gave up.
somebody I have never listened to ever.
Yeah, I've listened maybe all told 2 hours.
Oh, poor Kathy Pease. Let's talk about everything. She says that she didn't know about Prayer Garden until she heard me talk about her. Well,
That's me too. Yeah,
Kathy, I apologize.
Yeah, I never listened to her.
Now you know, and you can never, wash that viper right on out of your hair. Yeah, nope, can't do that. Hi, Monroe. How are you? Okay.
Monroe.
I'm going to say hello to some of the people that came in while we've been jaw jacking that I haven't even been nice enough to say hello to.
Hi,
And then
Liza.
we are going to, I already have the video queued up. We're going to chop that up. Kiko, hello, how are you? Hi, Liza Rowe, Monroe, Running Bear, Texas Tiffany, I think I said hello, Midnight Rain.
There's nothing great about it, Kiko.
Next to Red, no. Radar CP, Anna Moy. Oh, and a Mike Stevens update. I do believe he lasted about 2 minutes after my speech.
Oh, really?
I saw, I think Prissy said, he's gone.
Hi, Chronicles.
I think now he's just pissed. Oh, well.
Hi, Jackie. Yeah, he was the first one in Betty's chat the other day, and she just pawning over him.
Oh, you know what I used to ask him? I would always say, Mike, does Betty know about you and me? And
I
how
think
long do
she
you think
must.
Betty would have let him sit in the front row and write his little I love crimes and fashion. Show it to
Do you
yeah.
think she knows? Or I think she might, and that's why she pawns over him.
I don't know. Maybe he's been trolling me all this time. I don't know. He knows I'm shallow, and he would. He knows my love language. Not my.
Yeah.
Is that what they call it? Jackie 215. How you doing? Chronicles of the Shady. How are you? Been dropping some great videos. Everybody has been. I watch everybody.
Yeah, it's been kind of slow.
If anything, I just keep adding more and more creators to. I'm like running out. My algorithm is now going. I am literally seeing channels come up in the queue that I have never seen before, and it's not anybody that I've added. It's just, I guess, the good old algorithm doing what the algorithm does.
Yeah, I have them show up in my subs, which I don't think they should.
What
You
happens?
know, that just channels I've never seen shows up under my subs list.
Oh.
Yeah, which is weird. Or maybe
T.
they
Marie,
changed
how
their
are
name.
you?
Could be a creator changing their name too.
You know what's so funny? I hear everybody talk about troll accounts, and I must admit I have one.
Lucy's.
I don't bring it out to play very often. When I do, it's always a hit. I'll tell you that. But so many things that people know about on here, kind of like the YouTube things the YouTube does, like cloning.
Right.
I can't like that doesn't even
Yeah, it doesn't compute for me. I don't know.
no.
Cloning to me would be everything would be the same. Even if you clicked on the channel, it would have the same number of subs, but I'm not sure. Monroe would know. I just don't know.
There's Lucy's World. How are you? There's
Hi,
some things
Lucy.
that, of course, I can never remember when I want to. That the things that I hear and I go, "Oh, what the hell's that? Who has time to do that? And how do you do that? And why do you do that?" I need to just start writing all that shit
Lots
down,
of
like
tricks.
everything else.
Like I changed the name on this one probably a year ago and went into Molly's and she points her finger and she goes, I know it's you. And I'm like, how do you know?
Speaking of that, is
I had no
mom
idea.
is our girl in Greece? Is she
Yeah,
getting
I
her
haven't followed her since.
Greece on?
I haven't watched her since she was sitting at the table and her nephew was packing up her mom's house and she was
I
going
can
to
tell you this: if she's in Greece, my goodness, she has packed a lovely filter, a filter that's dropped at least 25
Yeah,
pounds, maybe.
right, but she did look like she was losing weight and her arms looked thinner.
Well, this was really in the face.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I'm talking like major cheekbones. I don't think I've ever seen her with cheekbones.
Oh no, she had implants done. She has cheekbones. Are you talking about Molly?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she had cheek implants.
Oh well.
Maybe they're
I
more
didn't know.
pronounced.
I
Yeah,
didn't know. I'll say
she
that.
has cheeks, nose, eyebrows, lips.
I said,
Her eyeballs
I
are
think
real.
I put in a chat one time. Wow. So basically she's bionic.
Yeah, pretty much. Tits.
I'm
Yeah, she has cheekbones. I thought you knew that.
gonna refrain from saying what I was gonna say after that. I had no idea. I did not know that she had cheek implants.
Yeah, and
But
sometimes
here's the
one of them.
thing. You can have all the implants, you can have all that shit. But
Yeah.
if you carry weight in your face, they're not going to be as distinct as they would be if you're thinner in the face.
Oh yeah, yeah. They'll be more pronounced, and one of them's kind of over too far.
Is it on the same side as this
No,
situation?
that's what I think that eye's looking for.
Injections on top of that. I tell you what.
Oh yeah, Botox.
Here's my. Oh no, they're talking about injections, filler. I would imagine.
Right. Oh, okay.
Here's
Well,
my little lecture. People think that filler is no big deal. Most of these things are not a big. I'm not going to say they're not a big deal. They're minimally invasive. However, I'm going to tell you why you never go to where I think Molly probably goes, like
What's-
a strip mall medi spa. Do you know that when you get filler, whether you get it in your lips, in your cheeks, wherever you get it done, and for the love of God, ladies, if you ever get filler, you decide you want to get it under your eyes because, as we age, this gets a more hollowed appearance. Please, this is a very dangerous,
Sensitive.
delicate area to get filler. If you're going to get filler here, go to a plastic surgeon that does that a lot. Not all surgeons, they like to cut and sew. That's where they make their money. Some
Right.
of them are not as skilled, but this is a dangerous area. But any place that you're getting filler, if the injector, because not all injectors are equal, when they put filler in, if they occlude a vessel, that can go necrotic and you can lose parts of your face.
Yeah.
There's a good injector, like they know what to look for, and there is something they can inject and immediately dissolve it. But it's not the no-brainer that people think it is. I mean, for the most part, it's very safe, but not if you go to I would
neighbor.
not go to a medi spa in a mall. No, not me.
I think her next door neighbor does something. Somebody in chat can say she does some kind of injections or something for the face. But people in chat are saying she doesn't have cheek implants. I think her saying that is a lie because, especially when you look at her younger picture before she got married or around that time, no, she didn't have them. Yeah, she's got major implants. Why are people saying she doesn't? I don't want to sit up here and say something.
Well, whether she has implants or not, she's had a lot of.
Yeah, I just don't want to go and say something that's wrong.
She's very worked on, but oh my goodness,
but her cheeks, you can. I mean, they're like.
It's unfortunate.
Very solid.
It's a lot of money to yeah.
And I think Molly's pretty. I do. I think she's attractive. But once she starts talking, it just takes everything away.
You know what? I've seen, who is it that keeps airing her old streams? It's either Cheesy Wheezy or maybe both. Maybe Cheesy Wheezy and Tragic T.
Tragic T, who I
Okay, yeah. Tragic T. Hey Nonsense, how you doing?
Nonsense.
Hey. I've never seen Molly before her very recent departure from YouTube. I literally had only seen anything of her really in the very recent past. When I see these videos of her from before, I'm sorry, she looked better to me.
Yeah.
Before she
does whatever she's doing. Yeah.
It's like anything else, moderation.
Right.
But I think if you're not secure on the inside, it doesn't matter how much shit you do out here. You'll never be happy.
Yeah, she should let what's going on right now settle and get some character in her face. But
yeah, she seems like she could be somebody who's addicted to it, and
yeah, that's sad.
Okay. Oh, let me read my copyright disclaimer, and then we're gonna cue this bad boy up. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Yay.
Okay. Can I say a couple of things before you start?
Yes, ma'am. I'm going to go can I just go run to the bathroom real quick
Sure.
when you talk? Okay. Let me mute my mic and I'll be right.
One, trigger warning. It's mild, but some people may be triggered by the video. And two, these people were asking me today if these are old clips. They're not. They're from maybe a week ago. The very first clip that shows up is from, I'm going to say 8 months ago, and it was Mandolin and Laura that were talking. So anyway, that's what I wanted to say about that. Hey, Tuesday, Radar, Liza. Somebody said, okay, let me find it. Somebody said that wasn't a lie. Botox filler. She died. Oh, God. Oh, shoot. Amy, thanks. I saw you say that. 1, 2, 3. Hey, Monroe. Yeah, I thought so, Monroe. I can't say untruths up here. You can see the implants. Yeah, I think so too. I was being a smartass. Okay, smartass. TT. Hey, nonsense. Yeah, okay. They had to inject it another liquid. Yeah. Where's in here? Hope she pees fast. Yeah, see, I think it's obvious too, but you never know. I mean, addictive. Yeah, she does have an addictive personality. Has anybody seen her in Greece? I haven't watched her at all. Nobody died, Monroe? Did somebody die?
Somebody died?
Amanda? No, it's not going to be about what happened to Amanda. What I was saying is the first like 10 or 20 seconds is Mandolin and Laura about 8 months ago. She was talking crap about Mandolin, and Mandolin was on Queen Bees, and she ran over to Laura's and said, "So what are you going to do to make me cry?" That's what started it, but just that little clip, it doesn't have anything to do with Mandolin. But I'm just saying the rest of the video is all from last week.
Who's Mandolin? I've never even heard that name until
Oh,
the
she's
last day or two.
OG. Oh, she's OG drama community. I love her to death.
So
But she's like,
tell me briefly, when you say OG drama, is that just shit talking each other back and forth? Is it bomb threats?
yeah, I
Like
never.
what?
Yeah, I mean that's all I ever heard. They would just get
Okay.
into arguments. I really, Monroe would know. I don't really. I just know it wasn't true crime, and there seemed to be a lot of drama. So I think it's aptly named, drama community.
Okay.
I adore Amanda too.
Okay.
Yeah,
Are
they
we ready?
swatted her. That Oni, that's one of the. Remember the girl that came on and told him off? If you watch that clip of Oni talking about swatting the guy they accused,
Oh, yes. Okay. I didn't know who that was either.
yeah, he actually did swat her, and she's the one that told him off and told him to go die in a bucket or something like that.
That's another thing. If you are wishing death, and I don't mean I'm talking like not just inside your head, but that too. But if you are actually thinking it up here and then it flies out of your mouth.
Yeah, she didn't really say that. I mean, she said something like "go die," or yeah, it was like that. Don't put words in. I'm just saying she told him off.
No. But I mean, I'm not even talking about that. But
okay, good.
I've heard. I mean, if you are to the point where, well, like this.
Okay, Remy, hold on, because 1 second, please. I'm sorry, Remy. I was just told by Laura. Okay, I'm not saying another word about that swatting situation because was it Mandolin or another Amanda? Because she told him, okay,
and I don't know any of these people.
Yeah,
so
this was all
I'm
on.
completely clueless.
And I don't even know what anybody knows, but Remy would probably know if anybody did.
But I did watch that video.
Yeah, and it was Amanda, and they
Amanda
Bell. I'm sorry, it was Mandy Bell. Okay, go ahead. I had the wrong Amanda, but it was Amanda.
Okay, but yeah, I was just the whole thing that the clip with Laura and the Veloma Laura deal.
Yeah, that was stupid.
And
Laura keeps saying, go ahead.
In that case, Veloma, from what I understand, fully recognized that what she said was horrible. Right. She immediately apologized to everybody. I'm not talking about something like that. Well, I'm sure if I was the one it was said to, I can see where I would feel some type of way about it, even with the apology. But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about somebody. I'm not even going to repeat some of the shit that I have heard that Laura supposedly has said and done. I'm not going to repeat it because
unless we know
I don't know that. I hope it's not true, because if it is, that's next level. And
Yeah.
not just her, but anybody
Yeah, I heard
who's
some
any of
I
it.
heard some stuff today. I think that might be what you're talking about in Discord, stuff they were talking about.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, now, can I make something clear? Okay, Remy, thank you so much. Because I did this actually on my video. I said Mandolin. It's Mandy Bell. Okay, just so we clear that up. Somebody's going to clip me saying that. You lied about Mandy Bell.
And Lisa knows not Mandolin, Mandabelle, Mandy, blah, blah, I don't know any of them. So
Yeah.
okay. So I go ahead, I'll wait. Oh, and Tragic T has entered the building. Did you
Hey.
hear me summoning? Did I summon
Yeah,
you?
we're just talking shit about you.
Okay,
Hey, go
so
ahead.
I call it trauma because listening to all of them the crap do is traumatizing. Well, I would agree with that. Can't we all just get along in the name of Rodney King? Was it Rodney King that said that? Yes, it was. Oh
I'll
Lord,
get a
I don't
bond.
know. I just, yeah, I really hope that people can
Well, the
keep
drama
it in
community needs to,
perspective.
yeah, and the drama community needs to stay in the drama community, but
Yeah, I think I'm scared of that.
they kind of merge into the true crime. I think they see the money that some people make, but it's only like for 3 days, when they do something. But yeah, because
Yeah, God,
Benny
I would
Cheese,
think they could make much more money over there doing
they'll
like,
make you have to be steady and consistent. It's not overnight. And when they come in gangbusters, look at Olivia. She did great. She's over
and where
100,000
was
in
she from?
TikTok.
Oh,
They all came over at the same time from TikTok. Now Dolly's off for 10 days. I don't know what he's doing. Molly's been kicked off. I don't know what the hell Betty's doing over there. And JLR's doing his own thing. And
nothing
Olivia's gone.
productive. You can be sure about that.
Who? JLR?
Betty.
Oh, Betty. I don't know what she's doing. She
God.
said she was bored after saying, "Oh, I work 12 hours a day on this isn't my job." Then the next day it's her
No, you
job.
don't
And
have a job.
yeah, I wouldn't call it a job if you have to ask for money to do part of your job anyway.
Yeah. If this
But
is your job, you're fired because you suck.
yeah, you suck at it. Yeah, so they're
Okay.
disbanded as far as I'm concerned. They're not even a team
Oh,
anymore.
running bear from your keyboard to the YouTube god's ears.
What?
Let's hope. Okay. All right. Shall we get this part? You tell me when to stop.
Oh, Chronicles, he's been live because my lights just flickered. Somebody said he was leaving for 10 days.
Kiko is, yes, Betty is doing the Letitia trial. And if you mean by doing the Letitia trial, meaning she streams the shit for 8, 9, 10 hours a day, and on a break she goes and scribbles down what the real smart people and the lawyers are saying, and then come back and vomit
Yeah,
it for people, then
yeah, I
yes,
think he puts it on her.
that is exactly
Feels
right.
it unfortunately too late, thanks to a specific channel, DC and True Crime merged a little over a year ago. Yeah, they were suddenly upon us. Now, Dolly Chronicles saying Dolly's been live, but everybody on Queen Bees the other day said he took off for 10 days and we're trying to figure out where he went. So
Yeah,
see,
I
you
heard
can't
that
believe
too.
anything. You cannot
I don't
believe
know.
a
I
thing.
don't watch him. I don't watch him. I don't get that whole thing.
Hey, tragic.
I will say the whole thing with the, no, I don't even want to get into that shit. Nope. Okay. You tell me when you want me to stop.
Yeah. Oh, stop. You don't have to. I don't. How long is it? 4 minutes?
Um, 4
3 minutes?
minutes
Don't
and
play.
20 seconds. You tell
Oh,
me. We can
by
let
the
it.
way, everybody needs to go and vote on the dance contest. You can
Oh,
just scroll through the intro if you want, and then it's only like, and there's an outro, and you can stop it at that. But I think it's only like 2 minutes or something, the meat of it. And you don't have to stop it. That's what I'm saying, because, or you can't, it doesn't matter to me when you
well, if you
stop it.
want, I'm going to let it roll unless you want me to. Oh, and
Why
then
don't
you're
you,
going to put the other link for me,
the
right?
other one? Yeah. So that's why you have to,
Okay.
I mean, you can stop it if you want, because when you watch the other one, this one, it's just incredible. for her to say what she said.
Well, I'll probably end up stopping it. You know,
Yeah, that's fine.
I have a hard time not. Okay.
Yeah, I don't care.
This always makes me smile.
Are you coming to get me? Send the big bad wolf to fetch me. I've been staging a protest, swapping guns
I'm
for
scared of birds,
roses.
by the way.
Resorted to reverie,
He was winning last time I
campaigns for
looked.
liberty. Here to render a legacy. We are the dreamers and the party queens. I just wanna be myself for a day. Follow me and no
He's so
one
crazy.
That's my favorite, I think. That gives me Pinocchio vibes. I don't know why.
That's what?
It gives me Pinocchio vibes.
Led by
That's funny.
Is the volume
fascination,
okay, you guys?
we are the superhuman.
I can't hear you.
Indestructible,
I'm sorry.
wild party animals.
Is it
What
okay in the
have
chat?
I done that has
Okay, can you pause it for a second?
justify the people don't like it? I'm doing
Yeah,
something.
there's no, I can't hear it. It's like a little squeak in the back. I couldn't hear anything you said.
Okay, let me make sure it's turned. Shit, mine's up all the way. All right, let me
Yeah.
turn it up more on.
I just
My
can't hear
end.
you. I can hear that. I can hear the video. I just couldn't hear what you were saying.
Okay. I'm just gonna let it run
Okay.
unless you want me to stop it, because I think that's the problem. That's why. Oh shit. Sorry. Now I can't hear you. Okay.
Right. I'm not, never lost custody of my kids. I'm not on drugs. I'm not some lowlife who, has to sit on the internet talking crap about people. No, sorry. That's you. Fucking heels up there running our mouth about, I've seen nice Section 8 house. Why don't you worry about you, bitch? Like, for real. Worry about not getting little fucking kitty porn that you want to put on your channel.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
First, I
That's-
have a question. What was the thing about Section 8? Where, like, that was
because
so.
somebody brought up, we were looking at Bombshell's house and they were talking about, is it Section 8? Is it not? And
I
then,
remember.
yeah. And then Voices was saying she thought it was Section 8. And all I said
You were
was,
questioning if it was even hers.
well, I know because, and I'm not going to do it
Oh,
again because I had to apologize the last time. But all I said was, arguing with Voices about what Section 8, affordable housing, and tax credit. 3 different.
Okay.
That's what I was saying. I don't know if she lives in Section 8. But
Who,
yeah, that she just
Laura
found
or
something and
Voices?
then Bombshell.
Oh,
Because they were,
Bombshell. Oh,
yeah.
okay. Okay. All right. But, well, that
that was,
ironic place to stop. Okay. That comment that
yeah.
she made,
It's-
like, that would never in what, I don't care if that is what I thought, which there's nobody in their right mind thinks that. But even if they did, I would never in 1,000,000 years would those words come out of my mouth on YouTube.
Yeah, those are actionable words. This, if you combine this word and with what, I don't know if it's in this one, but another one, she blatantly says stuff like that about me. Like, not I think, maybe, I've heard. No, she just makes a statement.
That was
Because it puts it out there. And then people watching it are going, oh, I could kill her for that. Not kill her, kill her. How you know.
yeah, no, I get it.
Yeah, 'cause
that would,
because that makes everybody, she's not just saying it about me. She's saying it about everybody that watches,
watches what?
my dance videos. And they're not, I didn't even start out with, see, here I am explaining it. Screw that. She can kiss my ass because
Yeah, no, there is nothing to explain.
no,
Nobody
there's not.
in their right mind
Right.
thinks that. And
Yeah, she was reading my rules, is what she was doing. And I think she took it over to Molly's. Molly deletes everything, so I didn't see what Molly said.
is that her
And I guess
lawyer?
Molly was going along with her, going, "Oh my gosh, yes." And plus, people know Laura says it. She said it about me, Tim. You know, she'll say it about. I think that's one of her
All
lane
I'm going to
burns.
say is this. The day is coming where, well, look at Critical K.
Yep.
Now, obviously, nobody thinks she has $10 million, but I don't think Ray Andriacchio is seeking. Well, yeah, she's asking for 10 million. It's not about $10 million at all.
No.
And I hope that whatever she does get, I hope it's enough to hurt and to make other people stop and think that it's coming. I mean, at some point, this is not going to forever be the Wild West where you just get to say any vile shit you want about somebody else.
Right now, it is.
Yes, it is, but it's
You know,
not
you're
always
not.
going to be.
Yeah, it's not supposed to be. And she needs to be really careful because Molly was very confident that she could say anything too. And, you know, she's not here anymore. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I could never say that about someone. Never,
No.
ever.
No.
don't even-
God, I tell you what. Number one, I would never in a million years think it. Number two, what I just said, that's what I would worry about is a lawsuit.
That's
Because
right.
if you have anything to lose, you do think about your words before they come flying out.
Yeah, and
There's
that's defamation per se. You know, when it's like future reputation.
God, there was something. Oh shit. See, if I don't write it down when I think it, it'll come back. And it'll come back at the most inopportune time. Hey,
Yeah, you wake up
Disney, how are you? It was something about this direct. Oh, I'm stating for the record right now because I know all this, you know, the 3 dirtiest letters on YouTube, CPS. I am stating right now, everyone, please hear me. I would need to see you beating your child before I will ever pick a phone up and make the call. Okay.
Yeah,
I
possibly, yes.
never doing that. It's not my, what does my son always say to me? Not my circus, not my monkeys, something
Yeah.
like that. I'm never doing that. I'm just not. I'm not doing it as a retaliatory thing. And I'm not doing it as, like I said, unless you
Yeah,
are
I don't get it.
beating your child in front of me on camera, and I'm still going to assume that 27,000 other people called, so I don't need to. Okay, so I'm just putting that out there.
Yeah, she makes a lot of assumptions. But I'm like you, it's like not like what she just said. I wouldn't. That's my pet peeve is people accusing the people of the worst possible thing you could do.
I've never said that about anybody ever in my life.
Yeah, I'd have to have some kind of, and you know who else does that? Chris McDonough does that. He did it to 2 guys on this platform. And Don Wells, you know, other than that. But I mean, even with Don Wells, you've got some kind of basic truth. You know what I'm like? There's something you could possibly say something.
You know what
But
I
when
would
you just
say
pull it
to
out of your
you
butt about a
the
stranger.
that whole McDonough thing, and this is the God's honest truth. I never, until you told me some of the things that we've talked about with that whole situation, I never, and maybe it's my age, maybe it's just the way I was brought up, you know, because we come from a time where you respect law enforcement. Like the cops are the good guys. I mean, I'm very Pollyanna, I guess, in a lot of respects. I shouldn't be because I'm old and I know better. But I absolutely took everything that he said because of who he is, because of what he did for a living. I took everything as the gospel Like, I didn't question it.
Well, there's a lot of people that feel that way. I'm very, I don't know how you say, very skeptical, but I mean, I had a feeling about him from early on, just because the way he tells his stories, and then, I would research just to follow through on it, just to see what happened after this. And he
You know,
lied about so much.
the one thing, and I think I heard you say it just the other day, that really has made me kind of go back and think about things is the whole Jeannie and Mary thing, where
Oh yeah.
because let me
Yeah.
tell you, I think it was prior videos before I blew that channel up. I absolutely said more than once that when Don was in jail, I was convinced the scenario that was going to happen was he was going to walk out the front door of Hawkins County, and Utah was going to be sitting there with the silver bracelets and put him in the Suburban, and they were going to go to the airport, and he was going to go to Utah, and then there was going to be a deal that was going to be made. That I'd have sworn.
Nope.
I put my money on
never
that.
going to happen. Yeah.
So that does have me like, why didn't that happen? That's
because of
been
the
enough time
statute of
now.
limitations. Huh?
I'm like going back in my mind saying, well, why isn't that the scenario? Because there's been, I would have thought, enough time to build that case if it was going to happen.
But there's no case. And the dirty hand doctrine, I think, which wouldn't really apply, but in the same vein, Jeannie would have to face her own music in that. And that's when he says, oh, well, she's not innocent. He's not talking, part of it he's talking about that, what happened. But part of it he's talking about her own issues that she had. So I don't think she really wanted to face that, those questions. And Don says, and this is not taking up or against, I'm saying what he said. They played house. That was his confession, the big confession Chris kept talking about. So, and she never said, I mean, she did say a lot of stuff on one of his lives.
Mary's the one I remember.
Mary didn't, that's not even, I never, and then Trish, when she first came on, which is Jeannie's daughter, she went as far as to saying he R''d her when she was little. And then she had to retract. She didn't say it, she posted it. And so they were after him from like jump on this. But anyway, if you went back and read the statute of limitations, it's on certain acts. And theirs didn't fall into that. And that's what happened is almost 2 years later, his buddy, the lawyer, comes on and said, yeah, there's no case there. I mean, unless they had like repressed memories. And Chris has the balls to come back with, well, there's one girl we're looking into that has, are you serious right now? So since that show, he hasn't talked about it at all. Nothing, not one word.
Yeah, I haven't watched him. And the last time I watched him was when he had that Steve Johnson on and he did Trezell and Jacqueline West.
Yeah, that's Steve Johnson.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's done. He drugged them around for almost 2 years. I don't know what he was saying to them that made them go along. I mean, Mary kept saying, oh, I've got like 2 detectives, and I walked in, there were 10 lawyers in the room. None of that's true. So why they would go along is whatever, but he was wrong to do that. He was wrong to ever bring that onto this platform. And I could never understand why people didn't realize that. Like,
I honestly, I'm not kidding you. It never, I just absolutely took everything he said as gospel. Now, obviously, this is not a court of law, but I don't know. That's just, I think it is. It's really just my age. I mean, I'm never going to sit here and say I'm naive to the world because I am not, but I don't know. I just feel
Did you know about the pneumatic track incident?
I absolutely remember when all that happened, but I didn't know it in the detail until I heard you were talking about it somewhere pretty recently.
Yeah, I've done several videos that included it, but yeah, that alone
Well, I remember that. Isn't that why he lost his channel?
Yeah.
And then all
And
that
two other
shit
guys.
also at the same time kind of happened with him and BK, right?
BK had nothing whatsoever. He was using BK as a distraction
I was gonna
because he,
say because
yeah,
I
cheating.
yeah, I at the time I didn't know what it was that made the channel go down, but boy, he got it back pretty quick, didn't he?
No, in a month, but he also had lawyers, and so
A
did.
month? I thought he got it back in a couple days.
No, it was either 2 weeks to a month. It was not like overnight, but it was terminated, like for bullying and harassment. That's what it said, not terminated.
See, that
Kind
blows
of.
my mind because to me,
He
how
shouldn't
does
have
that
gotten it back.
qualify as bullying and harassment? I mean,
What
that
he did?
pales in comparison to the shit that goes on here every day.
Not really. I don't. Yeah, no, he was getting death threats, packages. I mean, it was bad. And this man, the thing
And he was
is
a real person. Is that
yes, he was an ex-law enforcement officer.
the nomadic guy?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh,
Yeah. And Chris just picks him out of like one person on Twitter, and
what are
he
the
has a
chances of that?
yeah, I know. And he had a panel of his experts talking about this guy's Twitter feed and how this looks like it would be him. And then he confirmed it was him. Did a video confirming it was him. Brian Laundrie sitting in a tent tweeting. Seriously?
For some reason, when you said that, I thought KISSING.
But I mean, just the scenario, that's what I don't get is how people don't go, common sense kick in. Like,
Wow,
picture it, Rose.
that is insane. That it was
Yes,
a
it's
cop.
insane. And
I hope
doubling down.
somebody should have gone and bought a lotto ticket because what are the chances of a cop retired picking another retired cop?
Yeah. Yep.
Holy shit.
But yeah,
Wow.
he was pissed. And then he did that to Jamie. He accused Jamie Wilson and then AK Rocks. Just
Okay.
love AK Rocks. Called them pedophiles, found websites with their, we called AK Rocks that. And
Okay.
then
I don't know who AK Rocks is per se, but when I used to listen to Jules of Thought a lot. Back when, I think she's changed her name since, but she used to talk about that AK. I think they were friendly.
he's
So I have heard
adorable.
the name, huh?
He's adorable. He worked on the Suzanne Morphew. I think he still does. Help search
Okay,
for
then
her.
that makes sense because she was very into covering that. Okay.
Yeah, I love AK Rocks.
She's the YouTube doctor that I just play at being.
Yeah, she just did a show with Toasty like a couple of days ago.
Really?
Yeah.
The one
If I'm
from the one
Jules, pretty sure. Somebody in chat will let us know if I'm wrong. Believe me.
Oh, well, I'm going to go see. I'm only halfway through that, so I'm going to need to go back and listen. Yeah, I love Jules.
Yeah, he went and he did videos with Josh and Doug saying, I think it was Josh and Doug, or it was Linda from It's a Crime, saying that he had dug and he had found websites that had child porn and connected to AK Rocks, who is the sweetest.
You should call Laura.
Yeah, but they sound alike. I mean, it's like the same brain function that, yeah, go ahead and say it. You don't have to have proof. And all they had to do on this other guy, Nomadic Track, if you scroll down, like I think it was 2 or 3 years, there's a picture of him.
I heard you saying that.
Yeah, there's a picture of him.
I just, here's what I remember from that debacle. I remember that when it happened, he went on Tiffany Marie's panel.
Yes, nobody else would have him.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Was he going just every which way but loose? Anybody that would give him a.
Yeah, because he was
Okay.
supposed to go on Linda's, and she said, nah, nope. And then Trisha took him off Web Sleuth as a trusted source, and she would never have him on again.
Okay, now tell me because here's what I remember from that, or around that time. There was some kind of dust up with science. Is it you guys?
Scientific skeptic.
Yes. What was that?
Well, he came out. Was before I had my video. Started doing my videos. He came out with probably 4 or 5 videos about Chris McDonough, and he's friends with Nomadic Track, and I think they're friends now. I don't know if they were friends before, and so he knew all of it, like what went on, and he just drug Chris for 3 or 4 videos, and No Thanks, and Josh, I think,
I
and then he
do
did a video of
remember when Trisha,
her apology.
no, I remember her calling Chris McDonough out. I remember that. And
Yeah.
that, yeah, like so many of those things are just mashed up together in my mind. But I do remember, didn't Skep go on Web Sleuth?
Yeah, he went on with her.
Okay. And
Yeah.
I remember they explained.
Yeah, I was so happy to see him do those videos because no one was talking about it. Like even the big creators weren't saying
Well,
anything.
and
They were
let's think
just
about why. And I heard what Skep said on Queen Bees, and I would be thinking the exact same thing. Like, how far am I willing to take this? Because
right.
yeah, I mean, I
Yeah,
get it.
and he strikes back immediately too.
I get it.
And hard. Yeah. I don't really know what happened with he did something with Skep. I don't know if he doxed him or what, but Chris went and did a whole video and put it somewhere else, and I'm not going to say where, but he put up a video and it was all about Trish, and it was crazy, absolute
Oh, I
crap.
didn't see that. Wow.
Well, it's crap, and I don't really remember what he said about Skip. Anyway, he's no different at all. He just protects himself. Like you can't chat without he's got these 4 mods that will get rid of your comment the minute you make it. He won't. When he goes on shows like Josh's, it's very controlled. The questions you can ask. So and his comments are very guarded.
I've never been to Chris McDonough's chat ever.
Oh, you haven't?
I have been to Josh's, but it's been, and it wasn't. It was not when Chris McDonough was on. So, but that's
I'm just talking about him. Yeah, he won't take any questions. He won't answer any questions about that. He's never apologized at all. He might have apologized to him, undercover, but he's never apologized to AK Rocks, or AK Rocks had tears in his eyes. It's like,
that's insane.
It was horrible. I mean, it makes me want to cry because he's such a good guy. He goes out and he searches and he does gets all the documents, and you never hear about him. He's not one to get in, jump on YouTube. And
why did he not? Well, I mean,
he's doing it because
but
he really wants to find her,
But I mean, that is a huge allegation to level at someone. I
don't know why he didn't, because I think it was just one of those things that Chris could turn around and say, oh, I got the names mixed up, or
there's certain people that you're going to tread very lightly with, and that's why it's so dangerous if people who have that power.
Well, he's been sued before and he's lost.
But I'm saying anybody who has any kind of, I mean, let's face it, only, who did I say this to at one time? Oh, to Betty. I said, listen, you got to be a special brand of dumbass to screw around with people who have the power to restrict your liberty.
Yes.
Yeah, I ain't going there. So I
don't think,
these are all rhetorical questions.
It costs money too, I mean, it sounds all well and good. I'm going to sue somebody, but there are creators on here that really.
And lawyers, I don't believe, take those kinds of cases on contingency. Not unless it's somebody like Alex Jones, but just an average everyday. No.
Yeah. So. Yeah, there's a creator or 2 of them on here. You probably never heard of them, and they don't have they come and go. But she's always saying, well, my team of attorneys are going to go and look at this for me. And I'm like, you don't have a team. You wouldn't be on here trying to make money if you had a team of attorneys.
I have a team of attorneys. I have a flock of attorneys. Here's the first one.
Yeah. Everything you say to her, I'm going to get my attorney. Yes, I do too, Tia.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And
It's-
this is my attorney, Betty, and Betty's friend JLR. He's over in our other office, drafting briefs right now.
Yeah. I saw him today. It was so funny because I always think he is like a kid, but he did some video today and it's on his thumbnail.
Very creepily.
He's like a kid though, dressing up. I mean, obvious.
Oh, wait, I have two questions.
Okay.
Number one, why the fuck does he wear tights no matter what season of the year it is?
Can I tell you my theory? This is my theory. I don't know this. Do you not know this? I mean, he wears them on his arm.
Before you tell me, it's not just tights on his legs. He wears arm tights.
I know. That's what I was going to say. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Because here's what I think. Maybe, perhaps, allegedly, he shaves his arms and legs.
To go faster in the water?
To go faster somewhere.
Oh! Is he swimming in Lady Bird Lake?
He swims in that lake.
Does he grease down with like Crisco? What?
Yes. Oh my God. Somebody said that to him. He was having breakfast and somebody in chat says, put the lotion on the skin. And he just had this dumb look on his face and he goes, yes, it's very good for your skin. And I always, like, he did not even get the reference at all.
No, I don't think when there is something
like somebody that's been behind bars for a while and
juvenile.
Yeah.
I mean, you could never use the word naive with him. You just could not.
No.
But juvenile, and he doesn't understand nuance at all. He's like black, white.
Right.
But I tell you what, if I had to pick between him or Betty, and somebody said you must go have dinner with one of them.
Oh, it would definitely be JLR.
Absolutely.
And I would be packing something.
A doubt. I didn't have to think about it because at least him, well, he could tell you fascinating prison stories.
Yeah. Well,
I just want to know if you were JLR, did you wear Kung Fu Joes or Skippies? What, like, did you happen to hear my list of, I'll fax it over. I'll fax it over to you. On Betty's printer. Oh my God. Just some prison vernacular that I learned. Yeah, I would definitely be him because I mean, I'd be lying if I said I wouldn't. I could pick his brain. I could. And I think
yeah. But you have to remember he's medicated.
He's smarter than Betty. I mean, they're not even in the same universe. Why is he
right?
JLR? Why are you friends with Betty?
But see, I don't think Betty's done. I at the end, I don't want to say at the end of the day, but when the rubber meets the road, I don't think Betty is dumb. I just think
Betty's dumb.
She thinks she can. She says something and she doesn't test it. It's like, oh, I believe that lamp in the no, she would say, I know that lamp is blue just because she thinks it. And until you bring it to her and show her, she doesn't. It's not that she's not smart.
No, she's not smart.
I don't think she's dumb. I don't think she's
I think she's
a genius, but I just think she believes she thinks you're dumb.
That's well, no, nobody else does. So
no, I'm you in general. I think she thinks other people, you in general, she thinks they're dumb and they're going to believe her. Like if you listen to her talk, she's a telemarketer. That the way she speaks is a telemarketer. She's convincing you or trying to convince you of something she doesn't know crap about, but she's going to make it up.
Yeah, to me, that just makes her a shyster and a bullshit artist.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, as far as to me, dumb people couldn't even do that.
I could see her selling used cars at one of those, like.
Yeah, I think she sold insurance.
buy here, pay here. No, didn't we go over that?
No, not when I say sell. I mean, I think she telemarketed for insurance.
Yeah, that which of course turns into she owned an
She was the
insurance company
yeah,
that it was State Farm, wasn't it?
yeah, and insurance agent of the year probably.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
I'm not saying I think she's a genius or anything, but I don't think someone what I consider dumb is like 80 IQ. You know what I mean? I think someone that can talk for 8 hours and just shit, I don't even know how they do it. It fascinates me. Someone can talk for 8 solid hours and still
To
have more
me,
words. It's like so many words. Where do they come from? It fascinates me.
I think much like Don and Candace, when I said, I think the reason they keep coming back here, especially him, is because kind of like with her, nobody's ever given a shit about anything she's had to say. And then all of a sudden it's like, you got a phone and an internet connection.
Yeah.
You're a star. I mean, so I think all that. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. I think she demands people act like they give a shit, but no one really ever, I'm not going to say they never have, but like her family, I think they're like, yes, Betty, you're right. Absolutely. Probably stopped arguing with her about 30 years ago and just let her think she was right about everything.
Does her sister work in the Florida
Yeah,
market?
her sister, well, she has an older sister, and I don't know what she does. I don't even know what her name is. Then
Yeah,
her,
no, and I don't want to know, just
yeah,
generalities. I
yeah,
just
I don't know
didn't
anything
know if
about her,
she's
but I only know her younger sister is a reporter because she says it.
that. Oh, that's the one I was talking about.
Yeah.
Is she in Florida?
I'm not sure, but I do know she started her first video, it's on the internet, was at the same time the Gabby Petito stuff started up, which I thought was kind of interesting that Betty became a reporter at the same time.
Well, you know what I find interesting, that now, wouldn't you think that Betty's sister, I mean, I can tell you this, if it was me and I had all of Betty's adoring fans, and I had a sister who was a legit reporter, you can bet your ass she'd be on my show once a
Yeah,
week.
yeah, yeah.
Why?
Instead, she has her mother every day. But yeah, I see what you're saying, and she seems like a just
It's
normal person.
gee, I wonder if it's because, well, I don't know, but if I was a legit reporter, I'm not going on. Well, what I would do is I would call in. I wouldn't appear on camera, but I would do like a phone in
Yeah,
segment.
yeah,
Interesting.
yeah.
But I wouldn't if I was a legit reporter in any size market. No, I would not. I would not appear on camera on my sister's show. Not if my sister were her.
Betty, the world famous.
Yeah. So
See, but
I don't know. It's just kind of interesting to me that.
But do you think she believes it when she says stuff like, "I'm Bullhorn Betty, world famous"? And do you think she believes that, or do you think she's bullshitting? I think she thinks she's talking to people like, and not like, I don't mean in a bad way, but Don and Candace, they wouldn't know any different if she told them that.
I just don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't answer that because I just.
Yeah, it's not important. It's just, I don't know.
But it is interesting.
I just wonder
I mean,
why.
let's face it, nothing about her is important.
But it's still interesting though. I mean, I'm fascinated by. I'm fascinated by people that can talk for an hour straight, much less 8 hours. I'm telling you, I'm like, where are the words coming from?
Once you've got an hour, it's funny you say that because my husband used to always say about Rush Limbaugh. Of course, this is way before I ever had a YouTube channel. He said many times to me, well, whether you like the guy or not, do you know how hard it is to sit in a room every day and talk for 3 hours.
Yeah,
And
that's
I
what I'm
always
saying.
remember thinking, no, I could do it.
You could probably. I'm, but I mean, she will talk straight without
You know what
breaks.
I
She
think a
just
lot of
talks
it
and talks.
is? A lot of what
Speed.
she does to me are nervous ticks. That cackle where she goes,
Yes. Oh my God.
that is a nervous thing. I see a lot of things she does that I'm not a doctor, but once you've been on earth long enough, you pick up on, she's interesting. I'll give her that. But not in a good way. We all
No.
talk about her. I don't know. Let's put it like this. I don't know anybody. I'm not saying they're not out there, but I don't know anybody
Me
who
either.
streams her and does
Oh.
commentary and says, God, she's just, boy,
Yeah.
she's just great at what she does.
Or refers you over to her video. Go. Betty had it on her video. Go watch over there. No one ever.
No.
No, what I thought you were gonna say is I've never met in person or associated with anyone that I knew was like her. Of course, you're not spending 24/7 with your, coworkers or employees or whatever. But yeah, I'll watch her. I'll be clipping her and just shaking my head the whole entire time. I'm clipping her.
I don't know
going,
how you do it, truthfully, because of all of them, she pisses me off. Just the sound of her, and I try when I watch her, I really try to find I try and make that like human to human connection so that I'm not like, but it's very difficult. It is very difficult.
Yeah, I don't know that sometimes she pisses me off. Now, Laura can piss me off. I mean, Laura makes me want to reach through and maybe because she's talking
And
about
see,
me.
she's your Betty. So it's like
Benny. He made a comment on my comments the other day and I didn't understand it, but I haven't seen him around a lot.
Who?
Did you say Benny?
Oh no, I said
Oh.
she's your Betty when you said that, Laura.
Oh, my Betty. Yeah, Betty's never made me as mad as she's made me. But again, it's probably because she said the horrible things she said.
Oh my God, I cannot believe, I just looked at the screen. I cannot believe the whole time what that has been paused on.
Yeah.
Well, we need to get rid of that. Okay. All right. Moving on. We're going to finish this.
Yeah, we pause.
Panel. You're a bully. You were probably molested as a child. You probably were the exact epitome of what you're trying to portray me as.
Redundant.
Sarah, didn't you lose your children? Last time I checked, you don't even have your fucking kid. You lost your kid to CPS. You're not even relevant. You are a joke. You are still tickling
terrifying
Queen Bee's nuts.
Okay.
Guarantee her daddy did things to her, or stepdaddy did things.
Pause this here. Laura, I know that you don't know who I am. I'm sure you're going to hate my guts. As a woman, I have a visceral reaction to that. That pains me to hear any woman speak that way. It's
100.
Seriously, that is so disgusting. I don't know men. Not at this stage in my life. I do not know men who speak like that. If my son, well, he knows better. But if my son said those words, I would pop him.
Yeah, and she does not think. Now, I don't know who Sarah is, or she lost her children.
I have no clue who Sarah is, but woo.
But even to say that out loud, I don't know what happened with Sarah. I have no idea. Maybe Sarah gave her kids up because she wasn't.
I don't know who the hell Sarah is, but these are what I call inside thoughts. Like,
or at least if you're talking about it, you would hope the other person knows who Sarah is, not all these strange people and that's the one thing I don't know whether she lied about, but all the rest of it, and it's just evil. That's why she has that face.
I just can't. And let me tell you, I have said some foul shit in my time. But it usually is just, a steady stream of F bombs. But like, I just, it pains me to hear women speaking like that. That is so demeaning. It's
That's what she's wanting to do. And she
Yeah,
knows
but
what to
it's
say.
demeaning to her. It's not demeaning to
Oh, no, she doesn't.
whoever the hell Sarah is. Unlike all of that I just heard, the only thing that I'm keying in on about that last whatever 30 seconds we got through. Oh, it's just so disgusting. I cannot stand to hear a woman talk like that.
Star, and that's why she is the way she is. Oh, QB is totally working the government. That's a given.
Why?
So they want to talk about, it's fraud? Let's see what the government would feel about QB if they get a phone call about her. Because from what I heard, there's some people that are about to call on all of them. You are the fucking one. You're the loser that fucking lies. And that was on Section 8 and was homeless and blah, blah, blah. So don't fucking sit there and lie about me. That's what bothers me. It's a fucking matter what I say or what I think. Who fucking cares what I think? That you're changing your whole fucking video just because I said something. So Heels changes her whole video because of something I said. Thank you for the relevance and importance in your life, Heels. But you change everything because you don't like what I said.
Just a quick question. When's the last time you did a video about her? Before this?
3 days ago, maybe 2 or 3 days ago. I think
I should say before this recent kerfluffle, we'll call it. How long had it been? Because I don't know that I'm not going to say I've never seen you do a video on her, but I can't remember.
Not before she said shit about me. I didn't. And yeah, call me petty, but yeah. Well, that and what she did with Queen Bee. She was going on. That's why I made the first one. But
Before that,
not really. I haven't really made any.
I was going to say, I don't remember any.
No, I haven't that I can remember. I could be wrong.
But she's keeping you up at night, right?
Yeah, that's all I think about is Laura.
If you're doing nothing wrong and you're not some weird fucking person, then why don't you still continue with the kid videos?
I know. This is just going to play my dance. You can stop it. I don't even know what she was talking about. Huh?
I agree with that sentiment.
Yeah.
When you tell her to put some joy in it, yeah.
Yeah, so that was just, she's lying. Now, I don't know
what I get from her, which is sad.
I don't know about Sarah when I said I found, because actually when I wrote that, I don't think I remember, because I don't know who she is. I don't know if that's a lie or it's true.
Yeah, I have no clue who that is.
Who Sarah is. Now play the other one, because when you play the other one, this one, and I also have Nunez, because I got that from Nunez. I've got her link also, that I'll drop when we, or give it to you so you can put it in the description.
I got that queued up.
Yeah, this is incredible, this one. It's like,
oh
really?
Boy. I can't wait.
Well, it's not anything like that. It's nothing like that. There's no.
Okay. This is from today?
Yeah, and this is none of your business.
Like you have
the good Nanya.
I have not. Hold on. I have not been caught in lies. I know
you have, Laura.
Oh no, I have
literally.
Not.
Okay, so let me
tell me.
All
what
right, so let's talk about it. I can absolutely bring it up. I have no. That's all.
I don't say untruths. Could I?
Did you play it from the beginning?
Absolutely. Of course, I could forget something. I'm human.
We're 25 seconds in.
Okay, well maybe you did.
But as far as calling me a liar, no, I don't lie. I may change my mind. I may say, oh wait,
okay,
you know what?
I'm gonna give her that. I'm gonna give her that. That's a pretty. That's a pretty quick. We'll just call it a spin cycle.
Oh, that's what she tries to do. But when
I
she
may
says,
change my mind.
yeah, I may change my mind. You're not a child predator.
I may say that I'm a human being who's
Yes,
getting it from
questionable.
50,000 different angles. So yeah, I might forget and then realize, yeah, all right, I did say it. And I'll openly admit it. That's not a liar. Just because someone only clips the first half and doesn't clip the second half, that's not my fault.
Okay. All right, girl.
That was
Well, I thought there was one part, I guess I didn't clip it, but she says, I am not a liar. It's like, yeah, okay. Except when you open your mouth. I
except
might
when
change
I
my
am.
Yeah, she tries to spin like the thing with Queen Bee and the Paloma. I don't know if you watched that video
I
or
did
not.
watch that. I did watch that. And that was, I mean, that was bizarre because much like what we were discussing a little while ago about Avery and what she said, and how everybody on that panel was absolutely holding her feet to the fire. That is the exact same kind of thing that Laura kept saying that she came at her, or she let Valoma.
Yeah, but it wasn't even about that. When Queen Bee, she posted something, and it was like a run on where she said something about Paloma saying that, but she still stands behind her. She was saying she stands behind her on a different issue, not this. And
I don't know if you can see this comment
I
from
have to go
Crazy
look.
Cat Lady. It says, I got here late. I can maybe answer the container thing for veterans. I work for HUD and Section 8, and there is no way they would approve something like that.
Yeah, thank you.
I
Well,
didn't think so.
yeah, I've never ever heard of the rent control anywhere but New York. Could have been someplace else, but I remember
Now
could have
you're
been
gonna
in
need to
Washington
find
too.
you're gonna need to find her saying that.
Oh yeah, I mean I clipped it
That
because
sounded,
I was gonna, but crap
yeah,
happens during the day.
that's, yeah, my God. That
But
sounded,
yeah, and she had advocated for it in her 3 minutes at one of the meetings, so that's probably how she got it passed.
oh, wait a minute. Since we're on this, we're back at the BOCC. How is Betty getting a roof?
I don't know. Is she getting one?
Oh, that would be people like me that actually pay
Oh yeah.
taxes instead of suck off the public tit. Yeah, that me and my husband and everybody else in Florida who pays taxes. Apparently, we're buying Betty a roof.
I missed it. Is that why she's not in her office, I wonder?
Um, ooh, that may be.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't
As
know why
headstones
she
and headlines broke that news. I think it was yesterday. Do you remember the other morning, Betty? Did you clip it? Somebody clipped it.
I haven't
Maybe it
clipped
was
her in.
headstones. Betty said she had some picture up or something, and you had to actually come in the live and maybe click on the picture to see the surprise. Oh, and the surprise is I'm buying Betty a roof. Well,
Who?
Betty, could you at least listen, girl?
Oh,
There's a
I'm
Chanel
sorry.
bag I've got my eye on. It's probably more than your roof, but if I buy you a roof, I think the least you can do is kick in for a handbag for me.
Did
Pair of
FEMA
shoes.
approve? Did FEMA approve her? Well, I don't know how she's getting a roof. What are you saying that you saw in the clip? I'm
That
missing it.
let's see.
You said it said surprise, and
Headstones,
then
are you still in here? If you are, I'll put a link up, or I'll put a link up for anybody else who knows. All I know is when I was in Headstones and Headlines
yes,
yesterday,
right.
she said that Betty had put up, I saw a little tiny bit of it, and it was Betty saying, there's a surprise, but you've got to come in the live and actually click on a picture or some bullshit like that. I don't know if it's like, fortune cookie, surprise, I'm getting a roof. I don't know. All I know
Oh, you
is
don't know.
that she is getting a roof.
A roof. Okay, so when you click on the button, it says, surprise, I'm getting a roof.
Something like that.
Okay, that's what I just wasn't understanding.
Yeah, that's, yeah.
Because I thought FEMA turned her down, and then she was asking for roof money, not, dry bedding.
Somebody, Beer Can, are you still here? Beer Can
Yeah,
knows
Beer Can,
about
yeah.
it.
Yeah, I haven't clipped her in 5 days or something. She just bored the crap out of me the last time. Then, there was the surprise that she was making sense.
Curious idea. This still peeves me off. One of my family members lost a house because the Forest Service did prescribed burn on a windy day. This bitch Betty lost shingles. Yeah, that's my understanding, was that it was shingles. And yes, she is a welfare queen.
She doesn't have insurance. So why would FEMA help? I mean, that's up to you to get insurance, right?
And what kind of dumbass doesn't have insurance? I don't give a damn if her hovel is paid for in full. Why would you not have insurance? I mean,
and living in Florida.
And listen, we might still have it. I know at one time we had to have it's called Citizens, but not for our homeowners. I think that's State Farm, I believe. It's one of the big carriers. But we had to have a special, I think it was sinkhole coverage. Everybody, depending on, what do they call it? A floodplain or something like that. We're not in a floodplain, but we're prone to sinkholes. And at one time we were paying, oh my God, it was insane. I'm going to have to ask my husband how much that premium was. But Betty, that bitch sits online playing reporter, lawyer, investigator, grifting super chats under the guise of work. Well, I believe she's on
Twit
disability or some bullshit like that.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
And now and channeling mommy's name, right? Isn't that the word on the street, allegedly, that her channel's in her mommy's name?
Somebody did say that, but I don't know.
Well, I don't know either, but all I know is if that is her fucking job, well, how does she qualify for a roof that I'm going to pay for?
Yeah. Or if you don't have insurance and you're just sitting on your ass and she's making
she has no homeowner's insurance on purpose. She said it's not worth it.
Oh yeah, because she said it would be less to pay.
Pay what?
For a roof. It would be less to pay for a roof than what it costs her a year in insurance. Well, then pay for it.
Yeah, please.
Apparently it's not.
How could that home?
She paid like $24,000 for that home years ago. With the very iffy.
$24,000.
Yeah, and you know what? I need to go back and look at the date because it was around the same time she was doing the W9.
Can I tell you that I told you I went to this amazing wedding. It was in Naples. And that area is still, when I can post some pictures.
That's gorgeous.
Yes, and it is still, there are parts that are still absolutely devastated.
Yeah, from the fires. Yeah.
I mean, how long has it been now? I don't even know.
Maybe 3 or 4 years.
Oh, no. I'm talking from this latest. Was it Ian?
Oh.
I'm talking the one where the dolphin was floating down the...
You're talking about Naples, Florida.
Yes.
I don't even know what I'm talking about. I was thinking California.
Italy.
Naples, Florida. I don't even know what I was thinking about. I was thinking about wine country. What is that?
Oh, you're thinking Napa.
Napa.
Well, you could be thinking Naples too, though. Naples, Italy. That could be wine.
Yeah, well, when you said that, I thought, bitch, went to Naples, Italy and had a beautiful wedding. Of course it was beautiful. Yeah.
Naples, Florida is pretty damn nice too.
Yeah.
But but there are, I'm telling you, we took pictures on, now let me think what the actual name of the beach. I think it was Fort Myers Beach. I don't know, but down there, it is still devastated. I'm talking construction
Myers-
tape up, just absolutely to the foundation. And this
Awful.
bitch is getting a free roof.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I don't know how I don't know how she's getting it. Maybe somebody paid. You know, I don't even know that she put out, or she got estimates, or who knows. But
I
there
mean,
are people that will pay for that, very generously pay for that.
yes, running mayor, it did. Fort Myers really got it bad.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. They had it the worst.
And where, yeah, and that's not very far from where I was in Naples. So,
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen it in Texas too. That just, it devastates. You don't even realize, even people that still have a standing house, but the flood, it's the
yeah,
water that does the damage.
yes, and a lot of these people still do not have a whole roof. I mean, she's complaining about shingles.
Her fucking, yeah.
There were people that still didn't have. Now, what was it? I swear I heard there were parts that still do not have reliable electric. I mean,
Oh my gosh.
we actually have somebody in the family that lives down in that area. It's not the immediate family, it's like the in-laws family, but it's still like we all get together for big events. And yeah, they lost
It's
a whole
devastating.
roof and a lot of furniture. It just,
Well, then in the mildew and stuff that will set in, it's bad. I mean, you have to treat the concrete and the walls, and you might as well build a new house.
Yeah. I mean, and down there, they actually set up, you know, those like little portable tents. I mean, like when my kid played soccer, those, you know, it's just like four metal posts and then it's like a tent.
Right.
They actually called it like an insurance village. And all it was just those tents.
Oh, like
all the different insurance carriers. And people would come with whatever documents they were able to salvage. And many of them only to find out, oh, sorry, you're not covered for that. Sorry about your luck. I mean, for her to be getting a roof.
And she didn't even suffer one. She sat there on the internet the whole time. She had her hotspot or whatever. She had her fan going. She didn't, you know, yeah,
listen,
she should have.
My theory on people like her, because I'm sorry, you know, don't tell, Betty, I got news for you, honey. You call yourself a Republican. I don't give a shit what you call yourself. You're a rhino. You're a Republican in name only.
Yeah.
Because no Republican believes in the welfare state like you do. Okay?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's what gets me too, is that her thinking is not Republican.
Yeah, no, but put it here. It is the absolute antithesis of a true.
Well, she'll say it.
Fiscally.
Yeah, she'll say things like, "Why don't people just get a job?" And they're sucking off the welfare. Well, you know, you don't need a roof to be paid for by the government. Fucking pay for it.
Get a job. Who is she to tell anybody to get a job? When's the last time she had a job? I wonder.
I don't know, to be honest. I think her sheetrock stuff, and this is all on Facebook.
Oh, she was a contractor?
She owned her own.
Oh,
her husband did sheetrock. Yeah, they had a truck.
Yeah, exactly. I bet it was a beater. It was probably 25 years old, banged up to shit, with 2 magnets on each front door.
And they had a trailer that was so rusty, the dog, she says, cut its head on the bottom.
She took her dog to work. Bring your dog to work day?
No, the dog was under the trailer, and this is a long story. The dog came inside. She didn't even notice anything. And then her husband started saying there's something wrong with the dog. And she goes over and they see his his scalp, or she said it went to the bone or the scalp or something. Do you know how much your head bleeds when you cut it? That dog could not have walked any length of time without blood everywhere. And so then she makes this big, didn't
Tell
even
you
notice it.
what, you play that clip, she will have all of YouTube coming for her. That I mean, don't
Well,
mess
I
with
played
your
it. I've
dogs.
got it. I've got
Play
it.
it
But
again. That's awful. That is
yeah,
so horrible.
and it sounded to me, I mean, I don't even know why she was telling the story, but she said that it jumped up there was rust under the trailer. I don't know. It sounded like she hit the dog and then is making all these excuses. I think the whole story was to get to the shock. That's what she was talking about, how you go into shock and you don't
You
even
know
know what to
what?
do.
I heard somebody say, I'm not going to say who, but somebody who I was close to said that they thought that she was, I'm trying to remember the words. Well, we'll just put it
Uh-huh.
this way. Very socially awkward and didn't pick up, like, this person actually felt sorry for her
Social cues.
for a time being because she just was like, God, I feel bad that she says all this crazy shit. Like, I think she just there's something wrong. Like,
Yeah. You
and
think?
I think she tried to befriend her and kind of, yeah, she
Yeah,
learned
I
the
could see
error of those ways.
the social cues. It's the same with JLR. Like if he gets I did a clip or a video the other day, maybe 2 weeks ago, where he was in Texas. And these guys were standing there waiting for the light to change, and you can see his face like, let's go. Like when it turned, or go ahead and walk or whatever.
Oh, yes.
And his face.
I definitely see that with him. To me, with him, it's easier to define, and I think it's obvious for anybody to see.
Yeah. I kind of think that's with her too. She's comfortable. Like to her, the camera is one-on-one. That's not a crowd of people. But then she'll go out and on location and she's
Tuesday, I agree. They look dirty, ratty, and homeless most days.
too.
Absolutely. Well, definitely Betty, and I think she
Oh,
means
okay.
Betty. I have to say, and I can't even believe I'm going to say this, but JLR has far better fashion game and much more pride of personal appearance than Betty does.
Well, he looks like he bathes.
May not match. I mean, he may wear tights in the middle of
Men in
summer
tights.
on his arms and his legs,
Right.
but
They match.
she straight up looks, I agree with Tuesday, homeless. I have used that. My God, the way she comes on camera with that hair like a friggin' rat nest, the makeup is all smeared. And
Yeah, but you know what? She thinks, just like she thinks she's a reporter and a journalist and an investigator and all that, she thinks like she sees somebody different when she looks in the mirror. You know what I mean? It's like, I look good. No, I'm not saying she doesn't, whatever. I'm not putting her down. I'm just saying when
I
she
am.
looks at herself
I'll
with
do
those
it.
eyes, with the makeup and the hair sticking out, she thinks I'm
No.
so naturally beautiful that it doesn't
Bullshit.
matter.
No way.
You don't think?
No. I think
I think she does.
when you have all of YouTube busting on you about your
She doesn't believe
broken
them.
off hair.
No, you're jealous. That's what just like when you say she's not a reporter, you're jealous and you don't know what you're talking about. I mean, I think that's in her head. You're just saying all these things because you're hating on me.
Well, then she is more troubled than I think.
Yeah, I think there's trouble. I think there's issues up there.
Well, I have no doubt there's issues, but
Yeah,
I
and
mean,
I think,
I mean, honestly, I have to say, she does. I have used that word many times in relation to her. Her clothes don't match.
And when she
was
does dresses up, when she does dress up, it's like no better.
oh my God, that thing that she called red carpet.
Mm-hmm.
That is honest to God what I mop my house in.
I wouldn't wear it to. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know where I'd wear it, but and then the
To mop
purple with
your
the
floors. Yeah, I
with
mean,
the
I don't even wear that, but you know what I
yeah,
mean.
I know. I was just
I,
trying to think where would
but
I
it's
wear it?
funny because he is what is the no, we know she adores him. I mean, that's clear.
Who?
I think she's got a doll a JLR doll.
Oh,
It's
yeah, she really likes him a lot.
yes, but does he? I get the impression just based on the little bit I've seen. I think he just like she's his
He,
bitch. Like
she's like he can't get rid of her, but sometimes he needs her, or sometimes she will call him up and ask him to do something. But I don't think there's anything on his side because she
I
said
don't
something
either.
the other day, and she said I haven't talked to him, but I texted him or something. But they do the same stories on the same day, so somebody's copying somebody.
I don't. Oh, I would say it's her copying him. I
Kim,
I don't. I don't see him. I don't see JLR as being the warm fuzzy type. I don't think he.
no,
I think he is. Honestly, I think he's perfectly fine solo. I don't.
absolutely,
I don't think he needs her for a thing except like. And here's what I wish like that Sarah Dryer
yeah,
debacle. That was so hideous and disgusting. And I'm what I'm about to say, I'm guilty of too, but bet your ass I'm going to drag her again on Monday. I just wish that things like that would not be forgotten so quickly. Because look, we all talked about it for a day or two, and everybody was outraged, and now boop, it's gone, it's done. Until the
yeah.
next one.
That's the internet. I mean, it really is. If it's 24 hours old, people will tell you it's old news.
But I mean, just in this community, I think we shouldn't let that kind of heinous. I mean, that to me, that shit is inhuman. It's
Yeah,
so. Oh, it's just so
and he
foul
does
and
it
vile.
every case. He does it every single case. But
So
I
does
think
he.
it's gonna take one person that's gonna get pissed that he put their picture up, or a
Oh,
phone call he
he's
didn't.
going to get a beat down. Make no mistake, it is coming,
Yeah,
and that's going to be the best thing he's going to get from somebody.
but he
And
does
by
that
the
shit.
way, JLR, you need to look up provocation.
I know.
God Almighty.
I'm not trying to start no provocation.
I
Well,
don't
in that
want I don't
video,
want no provocation. Well, first of all, that's not the proper. Oh my
that's
God.
not the proper.
But
Well,
you
you
know
missed
what?
it.
In the hindsight now, I think that is what he gets Betty to do. Because see, he's smarter than she is. And he'll
The
do the weird
provocation. Yeah.
creepy shit where he'll go up and down and he'll take pictures and he'll stalk you on the internet. But he gets her to make that post that she made to that family was so,
I know.
my God.
You're right. That shouldn't have just gone
Betty,
away. Something should have
bitch,
been.
you better get right. I don't want to, don't. Let me tell you
Yeah.
something. You cannot say evil, demonic shit, which is what that was. That was heinous. And you think because you go, oh, God bless you. God bless you.
Oh, yeah. Add
No
that at the
bullshit.
end. Yeah.
No, God's not blessing that.
Yeah. That's JLR too. He'll say, God bless you. And that makes
Yeah. Oh,
everything.
yes, exactly.
Yeah. But you missed it on this video we just watched. I should go back. But she says, damn it, what was the word she used? Epitome. She said, you are the exact opposite of epitome. Like what? What is,
Holy
yeah,
shit. Well, she was talking about she, instead of saying Supreme Court hearing or something, she said harem.
and yeah. She always says probable cause, not probable. She
Oh,
says
there,
probable.
yeah, there's a lot of words that Betty can't say. And then there's the ones that she uses in the wrong context, the wrong way.
And he calls and JLR calls the FBI when he says bureau, he says borough. Federal Bureau of
I
Investigation.
thought you were going to tell me that he's out there playing like Jason Bourne.
Yeah. Oh, I wouldn't put it past him.
He's an operative. He's an undercover operative sent to save the Brahmin community.
He has an FBI. One of his LinkedIn says he's a lawyer. One says he's a cop. Yeah.
You can't hold a damn law license if you're a convicted felon.
What?
You cannot have a law license if you're a convicted felon.
He can. So can Betty. I bet she has some LinkedIn's out there too.
Oh, do they live in the Barbie dream house?
I swear.
Listen, I live in the Barbie dream house, but I have a Barbie duplex that I rent.
Yeah, her house is not it's
Let me
it
tell
looks
you, her
fabricated.
house, and I've only seen her house because she posted a video one time of some bullshit about, she said, this was the time that she said, I live in Florida. We have stand your ground. I can shoot you from inside my house.
If you just annoy me.
Yeah. So I've seen her house because she had a video of her house, which.
Oh, she did. She showed her house all during the hurricane,
Yeah.
and nobody saw where the roof came off.
That is what we as Floridians, that is what we call an old Florida cracker house. It's just cinder block.
Yeah, I think it's manufactured. It looks like to me.
Oh no, I don't think it is.
No?
I think that's probably a late 50s, early to mid 60s.
Really?
There's lots of those homes down here, and
how did it withstand having the whole roof blow up and rain wasn't a problem?
It probably didn't.
Her shingles or the tar paper is what flew off.
Oh, you know what? That's what Beer Can told me.
Yeah, it looks like tar paper.
She's got. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Rebecca says it is made of cinder blocks. I know a damn old Florida cracker house. And listen, I don't know if that term is verboten now, but that's just what we call it here in Florida.
It's made of cinder blocks.
It's
or
not
on
a thing
cinder
anymore.
blocks.
Well,
it's on, or is it made?
No, I think it's block and then
wow,
whatever drywall or whatever they do. But Beer Can was telling me, I said, is that a flat roof? Because typically that age of house, I mean, I'm guessing, but typically that's a flat roof, and you do not want a flat roof. Nobody has a flat roof anymore. And she said, no, it's not totally flat per se, but what did she tell me?
I don't think it's a pitched. Well,
it's very little pitch. It's
almost
like it's a platform or something. I can't remember.
Yeah, I'm remembering in my mind it seems flat, but maybe there was a slight. But I don't know. She was calling it shingles, but it was.
Running Bear. The comment says JLR showed his backyard with a pool oceanside. Okay, that's a canal. If
it's not the ocean.
Yeah, no, it's a canal. And in Florida, there are lots of places that are on canals. That does not mean that goes out into the ocean. It could go out into like a little estuary. No, that's a canal, and no.
Yeah, he's got a screened in.
She could just recoat a flat roof. Yeah, it's something. A rolled roof. Okay, I think yes.
That's what it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
What the hell is a rolled roof? I've lived here all my life. I've never heard of a rolled roof.
They roll out the tar paper. I'm telling you, it just looks like.
Then it's flat. It's flat.
I think it is flat. That's what I remember. I mean, it could have a small pitch to it, but I don't.
Oh, Tragic Tea. I'll tell you what that's about. Last couple of days, Betty's community post picture. She looks kind of pretty without makeup in the morning. Okay, well, that's not her. She is sitting, she's got some kind of a giant, like a Klieg light or something. I mean, I'm joking about
Yeah,
that.
because when that thing on her forehead disappears, there's something going on. Because
And then we saw her like a day later, not with the light. And that thing right there, I've had to dispel this Botox question. I did it the other day. For her to get rid of what is there, that would take probably a year. It would take multiple
injections
over months at a time, probably filler, and the cost would be crazy. And she's a cheap bitch. So
do you think that's a frown line, or it looks more like something happened?
Yeah, it's a furrow because she's always doing that. I can't do it
But
because
she's young to have that.
mine out of existence. Yeah, but look, she's got a shit ton of sun damage, and it's obvious she's never taken care of her anything from the shoulders up, probably the shoulders down. Oh my God, that reminds me. Please tell me that you heard her when Burnt Toast 2 days ago, I think it was.
No, what did I miss?
Oh my God, if I hadn't heard it with my own ears, I would have a hard time believing it.
I'm sure Tragic got it.
So Betty is opining on, she's gained 15 pounds and she needs to lose some weight. Okay. I don't understand how a donut that weighs 2 ounces can make me gain 3 pounds. I swear to God. And she was doing that, that demented cackle.
Yeah, that practiced cackle.
And she's seriously, like, she thinks that.
Was she joking?
No, she was not. No. Then she made another comment about another food item. Same thing.
It's that bottle you've got sitting down there by your foot that you drink all the time. That Jack.
Do you know is that what she drinks? Is she a whiskey girl?
It's not Jack Daniels. It's rum. It's Captain Jack or something like that. Captain Morgan, maybe.
Captain Morgan. Oh God.
And Coke. And Coke. So yeah, that won't make you gain weight. I think it'll make you gain more than the donut.
Yes, as Captain Morgan has run aground.
And she picks it up right by her foot. It's like, I don't know why she was talking about this bottle of, I think it was rum, but she just picks it up and shows it to the camera, and she's talking about rum. Maybe she was talking about drinking when they were young.
How many people, I don't personally think this, but there are a lot of people that think her coffee cup has more coffee in it. You do?
And you know how you can tell?
No.
When she pours the coffee, and it's usually in the evening, and she doesn't put her cream and sugar in it, because in the morning she does the whole ritual of sugar. You hear her stirring it, the cream and all that. It's like a little ritual. In the evening, she just pours whatever's in that coffee pot.
Tragic Tea, I have to read this because this is hilarious to me. Did somebody already say how Betty is paying for her roof? Not that it's any of my business, but she's made such a big deal.
Well,
Tragic Tea, everything she does is our business, okay? Because she puts the shit on YouTube.
That's right. Marge Simpson.
That's so cute because I think Tragic Tea is being very sincere.
Well, I mean, she's talked about it, so why wouldn't we get
to me, it's fair game, bitch. If you put it on YouTube, well, we're going to talk about it.
Well, and here's the other thing with that, putting it on YouTube. Laura, I watched Christmas, I think, and her kids are always walking behind her, but she has a whole opening the presents. They're sitting there together, talking about school, talking about what they got, talking about their friends. And MGL's the same exact way. She'll sit there. Her first channel, the name of it was Jake's Mom.
I remember that. I would never.
Well, I mean, and then they just lose their crap.
I no. I just
yeah.
I don't understand.
Bring your kids on if you don't want. Yeah.
I don't understand that. I would never do it. Never.
No, I don't think anybody should talk.
My son is a whole grown ass adult, but No way.
No,
It's-
even MGL's whole family putting their faces on there, you know? But anyway, they'll say, don't you dare mention my, oh, stop putting him on camera.
Yeah.
Stop asking people to buy him Christmas.
I would think that's just common sense. I mean, that to me is your instinct as a parent. I don't care how old they are. You still
Not in this
wouldn't
atmosphere.
be for me. I would never ever.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm,
No,
no.
it's
I-
not like Facebook when people were naive and put their whole, I mean, they still do it. Put their kids on there, their newborns.
yeah,
Oh, they're
that's why
sweet.
I don't have any of that shit.
But yeah, Betty will say it's no one's business
You
whenever,
know what's
you know.
funny? I don't know if you've ever heard me say it before, but Betty and JLR's hero, Trump.
Yeah.
There is a I have a connection to the Donald, and it's not. I've never met him. It's nothing like that. There's no relation, nothing like that. But there is absolutely. I put my hand on the Bible. There is absolutely a connection between my family and
Oh,
his.
really?
Yeah. If
Stop
they,
ignoring.
I would. It's kind of it's a historical thing. It's not we don't know each other. It's nothing like that. It's not a money thing, nothing like that. It's just an interesting bit of trivia that
Yeah. So he has family. I thought everybody was from New York, all his family, but I guess not.
Trump?
Yeah.
I don't know. Are they?
Yeah. I mean, I think if he knew, here's what I don't, and I think we talked about it before. JLR is sitting on the front row
Oh
and
yeah.
security walking by.
Yeah, I don't get that. I do not get that.
I will never get that because you would think they check everyone out
Oh,
really,
yes.
really
Yes.
well. But nope.
Absolutely.
Maybe it's because he does what he does. You know, he promotes him and, you know,
Yeah,
Trump's
so
not known to
what?
run with the best of the
There's
best.
lots of people that will do that do not have his baggage, we'll just say.
Yeah. Well, and then Betty, now she's one of the, if you don't stop, she gets mad when I'm on the phone and she acts like she's snoring. She makes these like, don't do it. Don't do it. So Betty is now one of them. And look at her record. They said, sure, you can sit in the front row. 8 arrests for, you know, domestic violence. Why not?
Yeah, I don't get that.
And let's watch your videos of you talking about packing your gun and, you know, nobody
I'll
better
tell you
mention
what,
you.
that last time she popped off and when the whole Queen Bee thing was going on, man, I'll tell you what, some of these people on here are
And see, they're
I
made
hear
that
these
up.
rants. When I hear these rants, I always think, you better hope that that person does not so much as slip on a damn banana peel. Oh, well, that's me. I got one. I got the banana peel.
Oh, that's right. One in the grave.
One in the grave and one on a banana peel.
I lost it. Oh my God, I lost that thought. Anyway.
Oh, I know. It's terrifying. Well, we're almost 3 hours now, and my contacts are like suction cups in my eyes.
Well, it was fun. I'm glad we didn't talk much about that other one. It's so depressing.
Oh, God, they're all depressing, but they are kind of, it's, you know, what's funny though, is how I have to say, talking about them like this, especially with JLR, he's actually like become a little more humanized to me.
If he would calm down, you know, like what he did that night, like you were can I say, I remembered what I was going to say.
Yeah.
When they describe the serial killers and they describe the guy next door, you didn't really know well, but he shot somebody coming into stuff. One thing they always say, well, he was just socially awkward. Don't you agree? I mean, that's what you always hear about him. And when you were talking about Betty, I thought, yeah, so you don't take the cue, so you shoot them, you know. You don't know what they're after. Because when she said that about if you even scare me and you're in my yard, I can shoot you.
And that is so patently.
Wrong.
When I heard her say, it was a while back, I actually went online, I got the statute, I read it to her. But to even be saying that kind of shit.
Oh,
That
she
is
thinks she's trying to scare people. Get a Ring doorbell, and next time someone knocks over your
Nobody came
mailbox.
to her house. Nobody came to that bitch's house.
No, of course not.
She just pops off and then tries to, we got to do a little backpedaling.
Well, no, and they lie. She lies so easily. That whole thing about Queen Bee, I don't even think that was on the, I saw the records and I can tell you it wasn't on Queen Bee's, but I don't even think it was on the other one, like the manufacturing and selling to kids. I don't even think it was on the one.
I tell
they
you what,
stopped.
the day is coming. There's a couple things that as sure as I'm sitting here, there's a couple things I know are going to happen eventually. I don't know if I'll be here to see them, but they're going to happen. One of these tragedy pimps is going to meet the wrong one, and they are going to get a beat down.
Yeah, that's definitely going to happen.
Or one of these. I mean,
just one crazy person.
You get up in people's business that you don't belong in when they are experiencing the worst day in their life, and you're there like, just, it's coming.
That, or they're going to get someone else hurt with the way they talk about people and call people, the P words and all that. Well, you have crazy people that think I'm going to go get, and JLR or Betty, whoever's sending out letters to neighbors, that's very dangerous. Somebody sent a letter to Uni and somebody else too. I don't know if she's told it yet. Telling the neighbors what criminals they are and selling drugs. And
I can tell you this, in 13 years, I've never laid eyes. Well, my one neighbor, never seen. I couldn't pick him out of a lineup. I kind of know one. And the other closest one to me in 13 years, one time. And that was to bring my dog home when he got out. But
and you don't, the way that Laura talks, if she were sending out letters, it would be the child thing, and they actually send these to neighbors. I'm telling you, I know.
That is sick, and you need help if you're doing that. I mean,
well, that's not the point. What if the neighbor's crazy? That person you're sending that to suddenly thinks, because maybe I go to their house and knock on the door and they think I'm that crazy criminal that he got a letter about, and you just shoot them.
And the thing is, here's the thing. These people do this shit and you never know who somebody else knows.
Well, that's true too. That is true. Because they don't know who I know. Yeah.
Yeah. I could or could not have
Don't mistake the silence for anything but,
Yeah. And I'm not like these people. I don't go out, talking shit and doing this, that, and the other. I would never do that. But all I'm saying is they're going to come up against the wrong one. And the other thing is, somebody's going to say something so despicable and they're going to get sued. And even if they don't have a pot to piss in, somebody's not going to care. And it's just going to be about making their life legally as difficult as possible.
Well, Crude AF, we were ready to donate to him. I would donate to that legal fund.
That was terrible. You know what? I think one time I caught a few minutes of a stream. This was way before I ever had a channel. So I don't really know. I know the story, but that's despicable.
Yeah. Yeah. We were all like, I don't want to say close, but I was in there every day. Every day he would play my videos. Burnt Toast he would go on her show. It was awful what she did.
Yeah, there's your Republican right there who wants to basically live under Fidel Castro, because
Yeah.
that's communism, folks. That's
Yeah.
what it is. We rule with intimidation and fear. If we don't like what you're saying and you don't want to capitulate, well, we have ways to make you talk, kind of thing.
Yeah. And that's why.
That's what she did to him. And it wasn't
Yeah.
worth it to him, which I understand, but it's wrong.
Because they don't have an intelligent comeback to fight it on the internet. Like
I know. It's the mark of low intellect when you have to do that shit.
yeah, people can come after me all day long for the stupid shit I say. Like now, that I'm on the panels and stuff.
Me too.
That's
I don't think I'm
absolutely
exempt.
fine.
I'm not
Yeah.
exempt from anybody saying anything they want to say.
But say it about this. Don't tell
Exactly.
me to cam up so you can go after my family. That's the only reason that's their first comeback. Well, why don't you cam up and say that? Well, no, just tell me what I did wrong. Tell me what a piece of shit I am. That's fine.
Yeah, I
No,
don't.
I don't.
The only time that the camming up thing is when I couldn't care less. But when you've got people like Prayer Garden talking to, oh my God.
I don't really care. I can imagine.
But she's always talking about people's looks. And it's like, bitch,
Yeah.
you don't even show your face. Shut up.
Yeah.
Oh God. Did you hear her being all gangster not too long ago? You don't want to know who the fuck I am. Oh God, you are right, ma'am. Please.
Oh my God. What the funniest was when Nicolina was just pissed off and she's talking and
I remember
giving it,
that when she went on her panel and she said something about her
I'm
age.
younger than you.
I'm your age, Nicolina.
She said she was younger. Yeah. And
said,
Nicolina stopped mid-sentence and she's like,
come
what?
again?
You bitch, what?
That bitch is close to 70, guaranteed. It's like,
Yeah. And
you can tell she smokes a million packs of
you
cigarettes a
know
day.
she's not 30. You know she's not.
Hell
You know
no.
she's not 40.
My God, no.
Yeah, that was so damn funny when
That's
she
why
said
every
that.
time she'll say something about my little ones, I'm like, you mean your grandkids?
Yeah.
When I really want to piss her off, I'll say, oh, or your great grandkids.
Yeah, I imagine you ever
I
seen
think
the
she looks
meme
like
of,
a kitchen witch.
yeah, that woman that you see there's a meme going around and she's got a big nose and big toothless smile.
Madam,
Who
do
is
you
it?
remember the puppet? It was
Yes,
Waylon Flowers and Madam.
Madam.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
that's what I
Madam.
picture. Yeah. And I mean,
Exactly what I picture.
she just may have a smoky voice or whatever, and I don't
But I'm
care
sure she
really.
has a sash and a crown and a scepter somewhere.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not ever going to do it because I know what they do. I know what they'll do. And it's not even about looks. That's their, they'll look at 3 different people and that's what they need to know. That's their last puzzle piece. And they can fucking come in my house and that's how they're going to find out. That's it. That's the only way they're going to find out. Or, catch me outside, bitch.
Oh
But
God.
yeah, because
wish
I know how
that.
they are. And
Oh,
I was always anonymous. I only started this because of them. I would never have had a channel, but I had shit to say. And
I
so,
actually thought I was coming on here and I was going to talk about true crime.
yeah, I think that's what I'm going to end up doing is just because there's nothing left of them. Who's left? Betty. And she's gotten so boring that maybe they could
What
do
I saw
another
this morning?
reunion.
What the hell? Oh, can you hear that? Listen.
Go,
Listen.
Bigfoot.
No, it was like 4 shotgun blasts in a row.
No.
Oh, I live in the sticks all the time. You are constantly hearing gunshots out here, and it's always usually a rifle. But this morning, one of my cats goes out on the front porch or on the back porch in the mornings. So I let her in. She went out. 10 minutes later, she came back in. I'm sitting sitting watching YouTube, drinking my coffee, and all of a sudden I see this thing run by, and I'm like, oh my God, what the hell? It was a damn fox.
Oh,
Yeah.
in your yard? Oh,
Yes, it ran through the backyard. And a week ago, I had 2 big deer right in my backyard. I see them in the front yard a lot, but never in the back and never in the morning. And there's
yeah.
a lot of things that are starting to like come
Run
on.
around. I wonder why. Are they building like around somewhere?
Not, well, there's a couple lots that they're, but not anything. No,
That
not
would run around.
like a subdivision or something that, because I thought that too. I was like, why are they all coming out? We have all kinds of stuff here. One night,
Yeah, I have it.
one night I was coming home and this thing ran across my car, the front of the car, and it was, I mean, by that much I missed it. And it was black and like the slick looking.
Ew.
And I came in and I told my husband, I said, holy shit, I think I just saw a badger run across my car.
A badger?
Like, honey, we don't have badgers.
You have bears?
I said, are you sure? He said, yeah, I'm sure. What did it look like? And he goes, that was an otter. There's a lake right
Aw.
over there.
They're so cute.
Yeah, but oh God, when they
Not when they scare you. No.
run across your car, like hauling ass to the next lake. Woo!
They go across your car. I wonder. That's weird.
I like to see them at SeaWorld where they're swimming in
Yeah,
there.
where they're cute. Yeah. Do you have bear? Any bear out there?
God dang, I hope not.
Oh, okay, good. I don't know where you live, so I'm just asking.
Well, I'm in Florida, and when Florida does have
that's right,
bears, I actually, now that I think about it, you know what? My husband told me that years ago, he saw a few of them like on the way to work in the morning, and I'm talking
What?
on a big road.
Yeah.
We have coyote. We have everything out here. But bear, that's I
And you
haven't
saw
seen
them on the
them.
way to work?
Yes. Yes. I mean that it's pretty rare, but he has seen them in the past. Coyotes. We see coyotes quite a bit. But
Yeah, I don't think I don't know. I can't speak on bears. I don't know anything about them. But we
Florida
have
has,
all that.
Florida
like
has
the
brown
deer.
bears. I know that. I tell you what, one time I remember being in California, Northern California, and I was
That's everything.
oh my God, it was so gorgeous. But this hotel was like in the middle of a forest, kind of. It was kind of near Big Sur. And I went for a walk, and there were signs about are they bobcats or not? Wait, I was like, the whole time I was just frigging petrified, waiting for one of these things.
Those things are, yeah, they're wild.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
it doesn't happen often, but every once in a while they say they will like launch.
Hmm.
They will F you up.
They're bad news. I thought you were going to say Banff. Have you ever been to Canada?
When I was a little
That
girl,
hotel?
I actually was there. Banff. Is that what it
Yeah,
is?
Banff.
Yes, I was there when you know what I remember about it? It was damn summertime and there was snow and
I
ice.
don't remember when I went. I went for the Calgary Stampede. It's like a yearly rodeo type thing. And we stayed up there,
Cool.
Lake Louise. It was absolutely, you're like coming around this.
There.
Oh my God, it was breathtaking.
Yeah.
But I don't remember there was
a lot of
snow.
places I would like to. I want to see Niagara Falls. I've never seen that.
Yeah, I've never seen Niagara Falls.
Have you ever
been
seen
back
the
there.
movie Niagara with Marilyn Monroe?
Probably.
It's a really good movie. I'm an old movie buff. I love old movies.
Yeah.
I've been watching Perry Mason on HBO.
That's who I think Betty watched. Every time I think of Perry Mason, I think of her idea of a courtroom.
She is no Della Street, ma'am.
That is what she reminds me of. Like that was the last she watched before CSI.
What if Della was homeless and not
I
very
love
bright?
Della. Yeah. No, I'm talking about what her experience as far as watching
Oh,
shows. Yeah, that
that's
was
where
her
she went to
courtroom.
law school, Perry Mason University.
Yeah, that's where she went to school.
It's cheaper than Kaiser.
That's a long time ago, girlfriend. All right.
I
Well,
love all that shit. I'm telling you, I was born in the wrong time. I tell my mom all the time, I should have been born when you were, because
yeah, but the luxuries you
I
wouldn't
would
have.
have loved to have worn a hat every day and vacuumed in like an A-line dress with a pair of heels.
Yeah, and then washed in a wash tub.
Very civil. No, not that far back, but
Oh, okay, good.
no, more like kind of like Peyton Place era.
Oh, yeah. I
Yeah.
remember those. My mom used to watch that.
I went on a Lana Turner kick not too terribly long ago. She made some really good movies.
I forget what happened to her. It seems like it's a scandal,
Lana,
but yeah.
I don't
Did she
remember
shoot
what.
somebody or somebody got killed around her or something?
Oh, her husband. Okay, wait. Was it Lana? Yes. Her daughter killed her husband in the
Mm.
house. And she was an adult. Well, actually, no, she wasn't an adult. Was she an adult? She was very young. And it all just kind of got hush hush. I mean, she killed him. And she went away for a little while, but I don't think she went to jail. I think it was
Was she the
just,
bad seed? Was she
huh?
the mother in the bad seed?
No, but who was that? I watched that not too long
I
ago.
love that movie.
PBS movie. Oh my God, that little girl.
Yeah, that's JLR as a female.
What was her name?
Oh God. And her mom used to say it all the time.
And and the neighbor upstairs. What the hell was her name? She called her aunt somebody.
Yeah, what she would always call her name. What was it? Yeah, that movie was really well made. I think they tried to
Liza
remake it.
knows. Liza said she was she thinks she was 16 years old.
Who was? Oh, the daughter of
Donna
Lana
Turner's
Turner.
daughter, when she
Yeah, they did cover that up pretty well.
Lucy's reading about it right now. Well, Liza, you remember to tell me next time I see you in a chat that you like the old movies. Like the 50s would be my favorite. That'd be my favorite time. I watched
I
From
like
Here
some
to
of the
Eternity
older.
not too long ago. That's a great movie.
Which one?
From Here to Eternity.
Yeah, that was a great movie.
Yeah.
I like the really old, like for my mom, it would have been an old movie. So and she used to watch them. I don't remember if they would just come on TV or whatever, but the old Wuthering Heights. Do you remember that? It's really old.
Oh, yes, yes.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite. And maybe it's just because you think back to your childhood and you think, yeah, that was a good movie, but she was like obsessed with those old.
I wish I could remember that little bitch's name in the backseat.
I know, and is it Alice? No.
Nope. All right, I'm gonna have to go to Google our research assistant.
Yeah, just the daughter in Bad Seed.
Yeah. Okay. Let me see. I'm gonna What did we ever do without IMDb? Holy shit! This is the greatest thing ever. All right.
But if you look up Jonathan Lee Riches, he'll be on there. Bet you anything.
On IMDb.
Oh yeah.
I am not going to defile my IMDb with you.
Ellen News probably on there. I've never thought to look, but
okay, let's see here.
oh,
Wow.
what's her name?
1934.
What's her name? Is that when it was made?
Yep.
Really? The Bad Seed?
Well, wait a minute. There's several of them.
Yeah, they remade it on Lifetime, like I don't know how many years ago, but I thought it was in like the 50s or 60s.
Wait a minute. Yeah. There's several of them. Wait a minute.
Sheila? My God.
All right, let's try this again. 58. All right, this is the one. Okay. It starts with an R. Sounds like, we'll play charades.
Okay.
Sounds like, okay, there was a TV show called Mary Tyler Moore, and she had a friend named
Rhoda.
Rhoda.
Rhoda. Oh, see, I wouldn't have guessed that, but it's right. I just wouldn't have. It seemed like
I
it
wouldn't
was
have either. It's a very, that's not a common
common.
name.
Yeah, Rhoda.
Rhoda. Well, wait
She
a
was a
minute.
bad girl. Bad girl.
Yep, and that little girl her name was Christine Penmark. That was the actress.
Who was the mother?
The neighbor. We need to know who's the neighbor. Let me find the cast. Okay, let's see. I remember this. None of these, you're not going to recognize her name when I tell you. The mother.
Heathcliff, yes. Like
Monica. Aunt Monica was the neighbor.
right. And that other, the guy, he always played like goofy parts.
Oh, okay. Nancy Kelly played the mother, Christine.
Huh.
And she's one of those actresses that you recognize her face, but not her name.
Like a character actress.
Aunt Monica. And remember the creepy ass custodian guy?
Yes, that's what I was talking about. What's his name?
Oh shit.
Well,
remember
right
he burned the packing that her tea set was in.
Yeah. Yeah, he was as deranged as she was.
Creepy little thing.
Yeah, he was a character actor and other stuff I'd seen him in.
Okay, let's see. Emery? No, was that him?
Maybelline wants to be king.
Uh,
Heathcliff, take me to the moors. I want to see the moors.
Leroy. He was Leroy, right?
Leroy, that's right.
Henry Jones. I don't recognize him.
Yeah, see, but he was in a lot of stuff.
There you go. God, it's
Yeah.
you know how many remakes there are? 1, 2, 3.
A bunch. And lame. Lame as hell.
Oh God, I went on a Betty Davis kick. I've seen almost every Betty Davis movie. You know what's funny? That song, Kim Carnes, Betty Davis Eyes, that was like middle, maybe high school for me. And I was like, who the fuck's Betty Davis? And what is it with what's the deal with her eyes? And then after I watched a whole bunch of the movies, you kind of start to get it.
To see, and see, Betty reminds me of Betty Davis with the hair. Like, remember when they didn't have a lot they could do? I don't know what they did with her hair.
Oh,
but it was always kind of fried
Betty
looking.
Davis was not attractive. I don't know how she got to be she was a good actress. I will give her that.
Yeah, I don't. Who was the other? Joan Crawford. They always played together. Yeah.
I can quote dialogue from Mommy Dearest out of my head verbatim. I swear to God when I tell you I've seen it at least 100 times.
Really?
I read the book. I was like a weird kid, I guess. I devoured books. And I remember when Christina Crawford wrote Mommy Dearest and my mom had it. And I don't know what the hell was wrong with her letting me read that book. And I was probably in 5th grade. Maybe a little older, middle school. I was not more than middle school. I know that. And when that movie came out, hell, I didn't even know who the hell Faye Dunaway was. Damn, did she not look like?
I forgot about her.
I love that movie.
And
I
then there
told
was
that to somebody, and it came on, and I literally was saying the dialogue, and she looked at me and she was like, "Holy shit, you weren't kidding."
Wonder why you like that movie so much. I wonder what it is about it.
It's the time period. It was all the glamour of it. I mean,
yeah.
And I had read the book, so I knew the whole story.
The glamour of it would make sense.
Yeah.
Because you like fashion and yeah.
I can see her in the movie on that white marble floor and she moves the flower pot. Carol Ann, bring me. And she throws that soap shit down and she's like, I'm not mad at you. I'm mad at the dirt.
It's dirt.
Remember when it was right before Greg came through the doors to tell her that she was getting this part. I think it was Mildred Pierce. That is a fantastic. That is one of her best movies.
And that was, don't tell me, Who was that actress in Mildred Pierce?
Joan
Maybe it was,
Crawford.
yeah, I know, but there was another one. She was pretty famous back then too.
Oh yeah, she's a comedian.
Oh, no, maybe. No, I don't think so.
Yep, she was on
She had very
like
severe
the
features.
Honeymooners. What was her name?
No, it wasn't her. That's not who I'm thinking of. It's not her. Yeah, I'm thinking I must be thinking of. She's blonde and she had very severe but like a pointy nose. She wasn't real attractive, and she played in a lot of movies. I want to say Stella,
Eve
but it's
Arden.
not.
It was Eve Arden.
No, it wasn't. Well, not who I'm thinking of.
And
Never
you're
mind.
talking the original, not the remake, right?
Probably. Yeah, I'm probably thinking of the original. Because when you say that,
the remake is really good too, but the original is the best.
what was that woman's name? Where she was.
All right, the original was in 45, and
I don't know if she'd have been that old.
the cast was, I'll tell you the females that were in it. All right, Eve Arden played Ida. That was her manager at the restaurant. Vita was Anne Blythe.
Oh,
Maggie was the.
I don't even really know. Barbara Stanwyck. Who said that? Lucy's
Oh
World.
my God, I've seen all her movies.
Yeah.
She
How did
wasn't
you
in
know
this.
that, Lucy?
Barbara Stanwyck wasn't in those. Barbara Stanwyck made a shit ton of movies. Louis B.
Yeah,
Mayer
that's what I'm
made
saying.
them
I thought she
work.
was in there. Huh?
You know who else made a ton of movies? Angela Lansbury.
Oh yeah, she was so cute when she was younger.
Oh my God, she had a prolific career. Just Stanwyck did too. Man, back in the day, those studios, they owned them. They told you who to marry, when you could have a baby, when you needed to have an abortion. I mean,
And they hid your sins, like they hid all the secrets, or like you said.
look at Judy Garland. I mean,
oh, I know.
Most people believe that Louis B. Mayer was what started her raging drug addiction from, having her on The Wizard of Oz. She was much older than Dorothy Gale. And they had her all wrapped and her mother was a damn nut. She had two sisters. I think their name were the Gum Sisters. And Dad, shockingly not at all, Dad ran this vaudeville theater. It was Judy Garland, the two sisters, and they were this cute little vaudeville act. Well, Dad got caught with his boyfriend, and they literally had to pack up and leave like in the night, and they went to Hollywood from somewhere in the Midwest. And the mother was an absolute raging bitch, like the original stage mother. And she really pushed Judy Garland. And obviously, she got the attention of Mayer, and it's very sad. She had a
What was her sister's name? Was it her sister or daughter? She was
Liza Minnelli is Judy Garland's daughter.
Right, I know, but it's a different one.
Oh, Lorna Luft.
Yes, Lorna Luft.
She was married to Sid Luft. That movie that what's her name did, Zellweger. She did a fantastic job playing her. That was great.
Yeah.
But have you ever heard those tapes of Judy Garland that she made? Like, she was supposedly writing her autobiography, and she made all these audio recordings. Oh, and she was blasted. It was sad. I read a really good biography about her. It's been a long time, but
Shannon does a lot of old movie stuff.
Yeah. I saw she was reading In Cold Blood.
Yeah, she was doing that. I suggested it, and then
that's a great book.
Oh my God, that was one of my favorite all-time books.
That's the OG. I mean,
but she kind of didn't really talk about it. I don't think she read the damn book. I think she got halfway through it, and then because I don't remember that she
100 years ago. That was a weird dude. Truman
what?
Capote. Woo!
Oh, Truman Capote.
He's
Yeah,
an odd little man.
yeah. That movie about him was so good, though.
Oh my God, that was
He
fantastic.
was a great actor. What's
He
his
was,
name?
well, Harper Lee was his BFF, right?
Yeah, his best friend. But who was the actor that played Truman Capote?
Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Oh, yeah. I'd
Oh,
watch anything. I would watch.
he
And
was
now
a
he's gone.
fantastic actor. That's so sad. You know what? So many of those people that are just insanely talented like that, really artistic people, they are usually very troubled.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's sad. But yeah, every movie he was in.
Yeah, he was a great actor. It's a shame.
That's like Meryl Streep. I'd watch anything with her in it.
Yeah, because she doesn't, she's rarely ever been in a bad movie.
Well, even the last one I saw, I think she played the woman that sang. Was it Francine or Frances? Something where she played the woman that couldn't sing, but she was real rich. And
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking
I
about.
love that
I can't
movie
remember
so
the
much.
name, but yeah, I know what you're talking about. That was a good movie. Everything she does is good. I think I was actually going to watch. Oh, that's not her. That's Kate Blanchett. The
And I
English.
like her too.
Oh, shoot. I love her.
Oh, God, you gotta
She's
stop.
amazing.
Yeah,
I got
just about that.
major wind and rain. We've had rain on and off all evening, but I hear the wind's picking up. All
That's
right,
okay.
we've been on here forever.
Okay, well, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye,
All
everybody.
right. Thank you so much. I had fun. We always have
I
a
did
good
too.
time, even if we veer off the path. Well, we have to veer off the path. The path gets a little too dark.
Yeah, that was fun though.
Yes, it
Thank
was,
you.
and I thank you.
Yeah, and thank
Are you
everybody
gonna
in chat.
Are you going to yeet yourself?
Yes, I'm gonna yeet.
Okay.
Bye.
Good night. Bees knees, Anne Rule. My uncle knew Anne Rule. Oh my God, I read her books when I was way too young to be reading them. Mom, where the hell were you? What were you doing letting me read all this shit when I was in? My mom doesn't watch me. Okay. Well, kids, Liza Rowe, you and I will definitely commiserate about all of the fabulous old movies. I get TMC or TCM. I just don't get it. I don't have it on my. I don't have recording capability with it. I'm not going to explain that. Just take my word for it. I have it on live TV. I just can't record it. All right, everybody. Disam, I think our friend Mike. Somehow Mike got back in the building, and I tried. I gave him the yet the what 427th chance. I told him, I said, okay, you're here. First time you say the word Betty, you're out. And I think it was about 2 minutes later, I saw he's gone. Mike, I know you're out there watching. Mike, I don't know what happened. We had a good thing going on for a little while, didn't we? No, I'm just kidding. I don't care. But if you can come back if you can behave. You just can't, you got to leave your pom-poms for. Well, here, I'll make you a deal. As long as you cheerlead for me in Betty's chat as hard as you roll for her over here, well, then we can revisit this matter. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. It was a lot of fun. I'd love to stay and talk more, but my contact lenses are literally welded to my eyes, and I'm starting to not be able to see anymore. It doesn't help that I have a light shining in my eyes. It's not a Klieg light, but it's still a light nonetheless. All right, everybody. have a good weekend, and I don't think I'm going to do anything tomorrow. I think that the family's coming over, but I always try to do Monday, the weekend wrap up, also known as YouTubers behaving badly. All right, kids, we're going to exit the building the way we entered with the fabulous exit music. Please enjoy, and I'll see you soon. Good night.